I
Oh
only gave out
boy.
all the gold. Which, I mean, the gold was pretty significant at least, but...
Do we really need to even keep track of XP? I mean, one person does, but since we all get the same.
No.
Yeah, theoretically only one person
No.
keeping track would be fine, I
Because
guess.
he might be dishing out secret XP and you just don't know about it because you haven't earned any.
Someday I'll have to do a game where I just give out everyone's XP
You
separately, and
did
then
that.
like if
Our
you miss
first game
sessions.
ever, you were like giving us certain people bonus XP for
There's
more
some
role-playing.
incentive, man.
Oh, was I? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Actually, that's true. Okay, you gave out very nominal amount, like 20 XP for this little
But
thing.
Yeah.
it might let you level
very
up a hair
nominal.
sooner than the rest of us.
It could,
Theoretically,
but if
yeah.
that happened, I'm pretty sure Pluto would just be like, no, everyone levels up.
Maybe. I don't know. We never got that far.
Pluto, make sure I want to get exactly 864 experience this session. Not 870, 864. So I level up and they don't.
Yeah. That's how, I guess that's how you would do it if you wanted to run like a less Marcher style game or something, you know, like where it's kind of like a game where you have more players than you would ever actually run in like a session.
Well,
and, like,
believe it
whoever's
or
there.
not, I actually have a memory of the first time I played Pathfinder and Zerdurium gained that extra 50 XP for role-playing, and I saw how fucking happy he was about it, and I thought about it when I was starting the Kingmaker game. I was like, people like rewards, so if I give them like a shitty start but then start rewarding them, they're gonna be really happy about it.
Yes. I'd rather start shitty and get rewarded than start well off, even if I end up better by starting well off. I'd rather just get the small rewards.
I don't believe you.
As long as
would,
there's
you would be
you know.
happier if you were well off and then better well off. You know it.
Well, okay, no, that's true. That's not what I said.
It's kind of what you were saying.
If there's an endpoint you want us to be at, if you want me to be at point B, and we're starting either at A, no, let's go back. We want to get to point C, okay, and we could either start at A and get lots of rewards, or start at B and get half rewards, or something like that. I'd rather start at A and get all the rewards. Like more rewards starting from worse off, because getting rewards feels good.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys haven't, in the Kingmaker game, you guys haven't run into any of my reward pools yet, but you'll get there.
Wait, there's rewards in that game?
Yeah, I told you guys I'm going to award you guys with ability points and skill points and traits and maybe feats.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Screw money. You guys don't get money. You have to earn that.
My understanding is that money isn't too hard to come by when you start getting deeper into Kingmaker, though.
I have
Something
no idea.
funny that happened last session in my game was I was like, shit, I was gonna have this guy have this item, but I forgot the name of the item. Quick, I need to think of an item to give them.
Oh.
I was like scrolling down. I was like, ooh, this one looks good. I'll give them this one.
Was that the violin?
No, that one was specially crafted.
I kind of assumed so, but...
Anyways, I got the stream up.
What's that?
So
Okay.
I'm pretty ready to go. Did we need to split money, or we haven't quite figured that out yet?
Money's already been split, other than if you guys want to sell the other stuff. So you guys
Oh,
also
those two
have,
items.
so you guys are in like a tower, basically. You're at the tallest tower of Kaer Maga, but in the shadow version of it.
Wait, we left.
You guys
we went
basically
outside,
flew up there and managed.
didn't we?
Well, you guys went out into Shadow Kaer Maga, and fought a dragon. So then you guys went and found his lair. So that's where you guys
Which
are
is
at
a
right now.
tower.
Yeah.
Which was at the top of the tallest tower in Kaer Maga.
Oh, okay. Okay, got
well,
it.
Well, it's top
In
of
Shadow
tallest
Kaer
tower in
Maga.
High Side Stacks. What is that in all of Kaer Maga?
That's in all of Kaer Maga as well.
Okay.
And that you guys know from like in original Kaer Maga, like in material plane Kaer Maga, like that place, that tower is basically where like rich and powerful people go to meet on neutral ground, basically. Because it used to be like kind of having a higher tower used to be something like people would fight over it, and so they eventually were like, okay, well the tallest tower is not going to belong to anybody then.
Do you think we can go shopping in this shadow version?
Maybe
No,
not
there's
in
no
the
one
shadow
here.
version, but you guys are still in like walking
We're
distance
not
practically.
far from not Shadow Kaer Maga.
Yeah, you guys are in like walking distance from the tower that can teleport you back to regular Kaer Maga, so
I was just curious.
or to Absalom
I don't need to buy
if you
anything.
really want to try that one.
I do want to sell the decanter of endless water because the more I look at it, as cool as it is, we're not going to use it. Unless you guys need a geyser
thirsty.
for any reason, I can produce water already.
The 3-5 dudes were on a quest for a decanter of endless water. They finally got one.
Oh, this game we just got it as like junk loot basically.
It's a 9,000 gold piece junk loot.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's our faucet when we don't have plumbing working.
No, I can... Unless you need a geyser, I can create water. There's nothing I can't do that this thing can do, except for the geyser. And maybe even then I can probably do that.
Yeah, but if I'm taking a shower when I don't have plumbing, I don't want you in there making water.
I'm just a frog, don't worry. I don't even know what those parts are. They're
What does it
weird,
matter?
But it don't matter.
Privacy is just a social construct anyway.
That's true.
We all have mostly the same parts.
That's not true. My parts are very different than yours, Amber.
Are you talking
Still
about you,
mostly
the frog?
Yeah, Tiki's talking. Hence the amber.
They're still mostly the same.
I don't know.
Not all the same, but mostly the same.
Now there's also like a bunch of books and shit as well. There's like a shelf kind of with some old books stashed in there, apart from like all the random material.
Well, Ron and Secret hate this part of the session, so I'm gonna go read the books.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm working.
Why is Sally the only other character sheet I can see?
Because sometimes Sally's gonna help you and you're just gonna need her, and yeah.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I should take
I
an
don't know why.
undersized mount so I can ride Sally. Actually, I don't have
No.
the feats to spare for that.
She's my companion. You can't fight over companions. Can you? Actually, can two people have the same companion? That'd be weird. It
I
wouldn't
don't
stack or anything.
think so.
I mean, I'm companion
I don't know
of
why you
both
do
Tiki
that,
and
but-
Amber.
But, yeah.
I'm not sure there's a rule
Philippe is an
against
animal
it.
companion, confirmed.
I'm not an animal companion, I'm just a companion.
You could probably
No,
make
the
an
frog
argument.
member of our
Confirmed.
party
Humans
may
and
be an
animals.
animal companion.
You could probably make an argument that Philippe, that his previous build was basically an animal companion.
Oh my god, I found the best druid ever from Horror Adventures archetype.
For
Is
me?
it like some sort of fungus druid?
No. So it hates all things that it hates sentience, and so your
Oh yeah, I've seen
your
this
animal
one.
companion is a feral human or feral humanoid.
Oh, I think I
Yeah.
saw that briefly, but didn't. I wasn't into it. I almost
It's
took the
absolutely
urban
hilarious.
druid, but I didn't.
I'm still saying that Tiki is our animal companion.
No.
You're a frog, and you party around with us.
Slowly
Case in
but
point.
surely, like, animals kind of start coming to her. She's almost like it's just like, I don't know, what do they call those things? A beacon.
Oh
Oh my
a
god,
Animal
beacon.
Ron still
magnet?
has his card.
A beacon that attracts things to it. You know, like the global
The worst.
ult that Teemo has. You know, Teemo's global ult. That's what Tiki has with animals.
These cards are the worst.
Pick a card, any card.
You can disable those,
Slash
by the
delete
way,
cards
Pluto.
is that something I can disable in
I'm pretty
the
sure.
options menu or something?
I think so. I'm pretty
Please do
sure.
it.
Once you bring them out, it's hard to get rid of them. Apparently, Mantis says if you just play them all or something.
Yeah, you can play them and then delete them once you play them.
Yeah, you play them and then you delete them. Or I can steal your cards and you can let me steal your cards and I can do it.
He stole them from me, and I'm like, I don't know if Ron knows what to do with these, so I'm just gonna give them to him. So I gave him all the cards because he tried to steal them.
All the cards.
And then
I've
they've
been
been there.
denied from stealing his cards.
Freaking Pluto, you kept me up too late last night. I got 4.5 hours of sleep.
Hey, I finally got my UI to not be for ants.
That's good. How'd you do it?
I had to download a bunch of like Python stuff and run some scripts a guy made.
Oh, okay. Fun. What a great
So-
language, Python.
If you want to, Amber wants to look through these books, go ahead and roll a perception, or if you have some other skill you think's relevant, you could also roll
books?
that.
Oh,
the books.
I will also look through them.
Oh god damn it, Matt! What is causing that to happen? It's fucking killing me.
Did he drop his mic or something?
No, it's just been doing that every once in a while. I don't know what's causing it.
Does he have push to talk enabled?
I don't know, but I just know like
Is his
it's
tractor on
been
fire?
fine. It's been fine a lot of the time.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Something's wrong with your
It's
mic.
definitely Matt.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
not that
time
bad
I
to
heard
me, but it
while
is
he was
bad.
speaking.
No, it's
Uh,
So
No,
bad.
no, it's awful.
What is that even? Is it like wind or something on your mic? Is there a fan on?
sounds like
It
interference.
Sounds like it's that.
Sounds like it's not plugged in
I was gonna say it sounds like he's
correctly,
using
or
the
like
wrong
the
mic
wire's
or
loose.
yeah, maybe it's not plugged in.
I'll keep you guys entertained. No.
Oh yeah, sorry, I get to roll my favorite thing.
What is that? Oh, perception. Yeah.
Are you looking through the
Perception.
library as well then?
Yes.
Okay. It's a pretty small little library, but it has some.
Well, I rolled bad.
Most of these are like books about different regions of like planar
Pass?
regions, basically. That sounds good so
Oh,
far.
better.
Oh, I
Shit.
hope it stays like that.
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, I don't know, because like sometimes earlier it was fine, and then all of a sudden it got bad, and so I don't
Okay.
know. Hopefully it fixed.
Where
I rolled a
so yeah.
7, a 1, and a 3.
Okay, so these, as far as you can tell, seems like a mostly unremarkable collection of knowledge of like planes, basically. Like it has a bunch of books, and they're about different planes, and that's about all. Like nothing really stands out to you. It looks like it's just kind of common,
I mean,
like stuff you
wait,
might find.
common?
Yeah, as in like common knowledge type books you might see for like a level 1 wizard learning about the planes kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like
How are
'Cause
they
last
related
session
to
you
the
said they are
cliffs in
rare
the
books.
Blinking Tower?
what about the
In
Blinking Tower
chat
in
it
these
says
books?
rare books.
Well, on further inspection, they're not very rare, as far as you can
Okay.
tell. They're just, I mean, they're still fairly valuable. Like but they're as far as you can tell, they're just kind of general purpose knowledge planes kind of books. They give you stuff. They tell you there's a book about like the fire plane, and there's like
Yep.
now you're looking for something specifically that you think might relate to the tower.
No, I'm like, are there more books on the planes than there are glyphs in the tower, or are they correlated?
I mean, this is something completely different. This is just a unrelated library, but like
It
you know
could
that
be
some of the
related. He knew Delphi.
Your tower doesn't go to all planes.
yeah.
I
Well,
know
one thing
that.
you know about the tower as well is it also has some that go to the same plane but different locations. Um, so you don't really see any correlation between this and like the glyphs
Okay.
on your in the tower.
Okay.
So, is there anything specific that you want to try to find? Anything else in it, like specific you want to try to find in this library?
I want to find his journal on his interactions with Delphi.
So you're gonna try to see if he has like a journal somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. How does a dragon use a pencil?
That's a good question.
Magic hand. Mage hand.
So yeah, go ahead and roll perception to like look for that, I guess.
Sure thing. I'll ask Philippe to help me out.
Okay. And I guess if
Um,
you want to spend enough time, you guys could also just take 20 on this search.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Sure, let's take 20 on the search.
You guys are
Yeah,
gonna
let's...
turn this place upside down, looking for it, looking for any sort of journal.
Well, how sure are
and-
we that it exists?
You're not sure that it exists.
We're not sure, but I used a bunch of high-level spells.
Okay. We're searching the library.
Okay, so you guys are tearing this place apart, and you are not able to find anything that you think is a journal.
Oh darn.
So you're not really sure what his relation with Delpho is, just that he really did not like the guy.
I'll have to ask Delpho about it someday. When I happen to run into him again.
Okay.
Anything else you want to try to find? Or do you guys just want to gather up the loot and head back to the Blinking Tower?
Did I find any
As long as I'm
books
able to get all
on
the
this
I'll
dragon
put the
plane
books
we're
in my
in?
bag of holding if there's enough space in my bag of holding for the books.
Yeah, it's like a single shelf worth of books, basically. It's not like a huge library. It's a private library, basically, a personal library, rather. Like, it just has... There's probably, like, I don't know, 50 or 60 books.
Okay, I'll stuff them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
In Dewey Decimal order.
Welcome back.
Oh god.
I don't know if they stay in their order in the bag of holding. I think they kind of just float around.
I'm pretty sure
there.
Dewey Decimal doesn't exist in this world.
No, that's what a handy haversack is for.
Amber made it up.
That's what profession librarian's for. But apparently I'm the only one that takes it on every character.
Every character in Matt's
The
game.
most niche profession.
The most useful profession.
It's getting pretty useful though,
Apparently.
yeah.
I think profession soldier can be pretty useful too, but
Well,
I think
Strange
profession
Eon's Player's Guide
investigator
might
is
have
pretty
told you
good.
that
Merchant,
profession
you might be able to
librarian or
haggle
something that was
prices.
useful.
I don't remember seeing anything about it, but it might have. I don't know. Like I said, the main reason I picked it is just because I was looking at how to have this dwarf character made sense, and they have like these wizard librarian like dwarves, and I was like, okay, that works for like a magus to have been.
But yeah, Brugar doesn't have anything else, I guess, to do here except he's probably taking a lot of time getting the dragon scales off of the dragon or its hide.
Of course.
Okay, that's a different location. I guess I think you guys already went through and did all that last session.
It was a huge dragon,
so-
right?
Yes, it was. It was a huge dragon.
All right, so yeah, I have a large hide then from it.
Yeah. We spent a lot of time after the dragon doing things today that are not combat related, so we'll
Oh
probably.
yeah, no, you guys have spent a lot of.
rest.
It's actually been a pretty long day, even though the combat was fairly short. Like aftermath took a long time. And you had to gather up a lot of the he has a whole bunch of valuables that you guys are gonna be able to liquidate basically. That's why I just effectively gave it to you guys as gold. But still, it
But
still
you
was
gathered
a
all
lot
up.
of it's still stuff you guys had to gather up, and then you guys will have to. It's stuff that you'll be able to exchange directly for goods and services if you don't exchange it directly for gold. But either way, you'll be able to just buy whatever you want with that stuff. But yeah, so what do you guys do then? Are you guys gonna go camp out, like sleep at the Blinking Tower probably then?
I think sleep in the tower makes sense. Take the stuff
We
back,
should
sleep
just
there.
sleep here. I don't know,
Just
can we
sleep in
get
the
there?
dragons.
Why don't we go to the tower, take it back to the real Kaer Maga, and sleep there?
That's a good point. How you guys got up there from using like fly spells or
Fly.
something, right?
Yeah.
How are you guys getting down? Fly spells probably worn off by now.
The
They only last for minutes.
traditional way. Oh, we're in
Brugar,
this tower.
what's your carry
Um,
capacity?
A lot.
Brugar's gonna carry us down.
Okay.
Down what?
From the top of the tower, you guys just got the
I'm
dragon
casting
from.
Just
Fly
back
on
and he's gonna
Brugar.
ferry us?
I
Yeah, Brugar's
know.
ferrying
Can I
us.
turn the decanter on and make a geyser and then water walk down the geyser?
No.
I don't think it goes high enough.
Oh, darn.
This is the tallest tower in all
Oh,
of
yes,
Kaer
of
Maga.
course. Yes.
But if this is Minecraft, you can just swim down the water.
Oh, yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do much. Maybe we sleep up here. I mean, what's gonna happen? Another
No,
dragon
Brugar's
shows
ferrying
up?
us.
5,000 from last session.
No,
We should
that's
be
a
at
serious
55,000
question. Like,
XP.
what would
Okay.
come up
I
here?
must have missed that.
Nothing, because everything thinks there's a dragon here. We're safe in a dragon's
point.
lair with a dead dragon. In the tallest
Are we
tower.
safer in this plane
Plus, you
or
can also
in
see,
the real plane?
looking out over Shadow Kaer Maga, I mean, a lot of it's covered by the ceiling of Kaer Maga, but what you can see, especially down on the high side stacks down there, you the entire time you guys have been here, there's been very little activity. You can tell that there's not really anything really.
The
living in
GM
Kaer
wants us
Maga.
to stay here. I say we're going back to the tower.
No, Tiki wants us to stay here, and the GM's confirming that, hey, it might not be a bad idea. Here's some extra reasons. I already labeled like a few.
It's up to you guys though. If you guys want to do this ferry the people down from the tower thing, that
Well, you
works
gotta
too.
ferry my pony.
Well,
I
we're
vote
gonna
we stay
ferry
in
people
Amber's
down
tower.
from the tower either way. It's just whether it's tonight or tomorrow morning.
Wait, did
It's
you
more
fly
spell
us?
efficient to
yeah,
do it
it was
tonight.
fly specifically, so yeah, it's probably not long enough.
No, fly. You guys have been up here for quite a long time.
Yeah.
You guys searched all over the place trying to see if this dragon kept a diary. It turned out the dragon did not keep a diary.
I didn't think it did, but Amber is usually right about these things, so I just do what she says.
Well, I mean, it's very likely for characters to have diaries because the GM wants you to know what its villain
If it
was
can
doing,
write.
right?
If
What
the
would a
dragon could hold a
diary
pen,
look like?
yes.
And that's also
It'd be
assuming.
scratch painting or scratches on a wall.
Like you go
That's
to
also
a
assuming
that the
mountainside and there's
the
a
GM
bunch of
wants you-
scribblings and it's like little runes and
Yeah,
stuff.
he does
You're
have
like,
books. I mean, he likes to read
Dragons
apparently.
are really smart. They can probably also write.
Well, mage hand. You can probably mage hand a pencil and get good at writing or something.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There's like a little mini adventure path actually that's all about that's like the main plot is there's like a wizard who turns out his pen pal was a dragon.
Lol.
That's pretty good.
Pen
I love it.
pals. I miss pen pals. Man, those days were good.
Yeah. I mean, that's not how they worded it in the adventure path, obviously, but that's how I'm wording it. It's one I was considering running for like an in-person group, but anyway, yeah. So you guys, I guess you're ferrying, having Brugar with the fly spell ferry everybody down from the tower.
I guess.
I think
Hold on.
we're
Why
resting
why
first.
do I have to carry people down from the
No,
tower?
I don't think this idea is grand.
He's only got fly for one person right now, so or something probably.
How did you guys get up there?
We flew.
Cast fly at
flew.
everybody, including you. So you flew up here originally.
But we've been here for a while now, so, you know.
Yeah, you guys have been here for a while, so the
I
fly
mean, you
spell's
can
worn
ferry
off.
us down, or you can just stay up here forever, Bruga.
I don't want...
Wait, how did we get up here?
We
You
flew.
guys flew up here, and the
We flew up
and the
there.
fly spell wore off on it because
Did we fly up here to get to the stuff?
yeah,
To get to the dragon,
Yes.
or yeah,
get to the dragon horde
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you guys were able to figure
Okay.
out that the dragon horde was in this particular tower because it's the highest tower, and you're like that makes sense for that to be a dragon horde, and it turned out you guys were right. That's where the dragon horde was.
Okay.
I think you guys used the star
map.
map
We
as
used
well.
the quill to figure this out.
The star map.
Same thing. No, it's not the same.
Whatever. It has to do with writings.
Then I'll help you guys get down however I can.
Well, you would have to take a pony, too, and... Like, okay, Tiki
Did you
suggests...
guys bring-
Brugar can carry a pony.
Here, listen, Matt.
Wait, did you guys bring the pony up here too? I don't remember this.
Yes!
Yeah. I cast fly on
Oh
the
my
pony.
god.
Matt,
Oh my god. Alright.
Tiki suggesting that
Okay.
we just stay up here and fly down tomorrow because who's gonna come to the
Yeah, that's fine,
tower
too.
with a dragon in it? And so she feels safe here for some reason, but yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you want to carry a
still having
pony
people
down
ferry
a
us
tower, then that's up to you.
I don't want to.
Yeah. I can't. I don't think my pony can climb like that. I know they have a climb skill, but it's a tower, not a mountain with rocks, you know?
Yeah. You're not supposed to be able to get up here without using flight. You're basically not supposed to be able to get up here without using flight or some sort of magic. I mean, that's how it is in normal Kaer Maga too. There's no stairs to this tower in normal Kaer Maga either. They got rid of all the stairs.
Let's rest, and then we'll do the ferrying tomorrow.
Okay, so you guys are going to do that then. I'm assuming you guys are going to do watches as well?
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
a perception.
Sure, I'll keep watching.
That's Sally.
I'm coming.
I'm gonna cast dark vision on my perception on my watch before I go to sleep.
Okay. You guys are going to hate this, but during Philippe's watch, so like, you're in the shadow plane, right? So the light's already kind of really, really dim, and so at night it actually, like, it's even darker. But unless you have dark vision, you practically can't see anything.
Or if you're
Um,
Philippe.
Even if you have, I don't know, do you have even if you have like a torch or some sort of light item lit, the light is even less than normal. Like the light is extinguished partially, like because of the way the plane interacts with light spells.
So wait, why did we go
um,
back to the tower?
Because you
Anyways.
guys don't have a good way to get down there. Anyway, so while Philippe's doing his watch, he doesn't see anything, but he kind of hears what sounds like a bird chirping.
If it's a crow,
kind of a-
I'm gonna flip.
It doesn't. It sounds like a swallow or some sort of songbird or something kind of chirping over off by the balcony, but you can't see it because
And for the most part,
it's
this
too
place
dark.
has been pretty freaking quiet too, huh?
Okay, so since it's
Yes,
been like
it's
silent,
especially
and now all of a
weird.
sudden there's a bird, I'm on guard.
And this is
I'm not
and this is
waking
a
anyone up
bird-
yet, but
this is the middle of the night right now, so this is also not a normal time you would hear a bird chirping.
so I pull out my weapon. I hold up
Okay.
my. Let's see. Do I have a light of some kind? I can't imagine we'd be here without any kind of light.
You might have like a torch or something at least, if nothing else.
I'm seeing if I have a torch. I doubt I do. At this point in the game, Rogue's Kit.
There's torches in Rogue's kit.
Usually.
Doesn't say torch on my character sheet.
You might have got rid of all of them for weight area capacity.
I
do
probably
that.
did. I probably
Oops,
did.
I need to carry more. Need to carry more fucking masterwork great clubs. I'm gonna sell all my or get rid of all my torches.
Well, it's like the kineticist kit.
Joke's
is
on.
like,
so I don't
here's,
have
like,
any
5 torches
light
and
items.
5 candles. I'm like, why do I need both? What the hell?
Spell wise, what do I have for spell or for extracts?
Do you have an extract of dark vision? Because that'd be really useful.
I'm looking what I have because it's what I had yesterday, right?
Yes, I haven't got to the new day yet.
Okay, I'm gonna take my extract of invisibility,
Okay, you turn invisible.
and then I'm gonna try and sneak towards where I hear the bird. Using, is there any light or is it like pitch black?
It's pretty much pitch black at this point.
Well, I'm gonna trust my senses, the Fleep senses of sensations,
Okay. So you kind of slowly kind of
and
feel
I
your
want
way
to
over
sneakily,
towards
yeah,
and trying to be stealthy while not being able to see.
yep.
And you kind of get
It's a
close, and you hear
great
you
idea.
hear the bird chirping, and then it stops, and you hear like a little flutter, and you hear it fly away.
Okay. And I'm gonna be real careful. Listen, do I notice anything strange around me? Any
You
sounds?
strain
any
your ears,
feelings?
and you don't. It's uncomfortably quiet still.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn around and go back to where I was keeping watch, kind of closer to the party, and
Hmm.
yeah, and everyone looks fine.
Yep.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue my watch, and unless something else happens, just continue my watch.
Nothing else happens the rest of the night. Next
Wait, why
morning,
do you
we're
say things like you're gonna hate this?
Bird.
Because it's a bird.
Okay.
Mostly just to psych you out, maybe a little bit, but
What if
Yeah,
you
I
were like,
kind of thought that. I'm like,
fireball
would
it?
Pluto
It's
do
like,
that
well,
to
it
me?
can do not, but like, what if you
I
did?
totally would do that to you.
And then it turned out it wasn't.
So yeah, the next morning it's still like you can see again because there's like a day-night cycle still, but of course it still has that kind of dim grayness that the shadow plane has.
So
but
at
you can't
night
see
it's
again.
like pitch black, but during day it's like kind of gray.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I want to go to shadow plane.
It's like a really like dim. Like I said, it's almost like being under a black light,
Oh, okay.
like all the time. So yeah, it's probably maybe some people get headaches from black light, so maybe somebody's experiencing a mild version of that. But
No, I was part of the rave culture, in the good old days. So.
oh, okay. So you like black lights?
Yeah.
So yeah. Next morning, does Philippe tell anyone about this bird that he saw? Or does he
In
just keep it
fact,
to
I
himself?
do, because it's
Okay.
so strange in this area to have some kind of living creature like that. I'll be like, so I didn't think anything of it really, but last night there was a bird that landed on our balcony, and that's weird. Have you guys seen any birds around here? This was the first one I've seen, and I'm always looking out for birds.
You saw it? What did it look like?
Well, okay, I didn't see it. I heard it, but
You
because it was
heard
so
something?
dark, I
Like,
heard a bird.
Always silent here.
Exactly. And I'm
That's
especially
strange.
attuned to birds from past experience.
Tiki now just thinks you're crazy and she shakes her head and starts doing whatever, picking up her camp.
Does Amber
Yep.
care
I
at all?
wouldn't be afraid of just a little bird.
Knowledge for shadow plane birds.
Hey, knowledge planes.
Oh, why didn't I do that? I always forget
you
that I'm
know.
a knowledge bot.
You do know that there are generally like shadow plane variants of most things you can find in material plane. They're not especially common, but they exist, especially if places where like people have shaped the shadow plane, uh, such as like pocket dimensions created within it. But you're not really sure. You have a feeling that if there was a bird, like a bird that was chirping like that in the middle of the night, like how Philippe's describing to you, doesn't sound like something that would be naturally occurring within the shadow plane.
Okay.
Hmm.
My guess is
It's a hag. Shadow hag.
no. My
You
guess
joke,
is
but
it's
there
a
are shadow
familiar.
hags.
I'm not joking. I'm being serious. I think it's a shadow hag.
No.
I don't think so.
Don't
Here to-
worry, whatever it is, I'll probably be able to kill it.
Okay, so you guys are gonna cast fly on like everybody and the pony.
No, I'm gonna cast Fly on Brugar and have him carry us down.
Why don't you just cast things on the other things?
That's how you guys got up
Because
here.
it's a waste of spell slots. It's good work for you, Brugar.
I just killed a dragon yesterday.
Like Brugar's like, I'm not a beast of burden. Sally is a beast of burden, not me.
Well, you can be left here if you'd like that better.
Me and the dragon slaying thing will stay here.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm not so sure Brugar couldn't just climb down.
I could probably just climb down.
Does Brugar have climbing abilities?
I have ranks in climb. I just need to take off my armor, so it'll be better.
And can you carry a pony?
Not while climbing.
Yeah.
No, you guys would be on your own.
Yeah.
He's just taking offense to the idea of carrying everybody down because Amber still wants to do that.
I know.
Like after
I don't
sleeping on
get
Amber's
why
like,
she
let's
won't.
still just cast fly on only Brugar.
Well, I mean, fly got put on everybody in the first place to get us up here, right?
Yep,
He
that's how you
wants
guys got
to
up here
save
last time.
spell slots, probably. He's being stingy.
I am. This is the beginning of the day.
Well, let's just go back to your tower, Amber. Spend a day in Kaer Maga so you can get your spells all back tomorrow. We'll sell some things.
Ah. We have an easy way to get down.
That is not easy.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. It's really easy. You'll just have Brugar carry one. It's the easiest plan I could come up with. I don't have to do anything.
Hey,
I can
I'm
put
still
Tiki on
casting
my
the
shoulders
spell that's
very
getting us
easily.
down.
And that I don't mind.
Look, Sally's intelligent to know that us arguing right now is probably not a good idea, and she's not. She don't want to be carried down. What if he drops
Yeah,
her?
Sally's acting perturbed.
What if he drops her? Then she can't fly, and then she'll just fall.
Can't you just teleport us down or something?
Somebody want to roll me a D100?
Not at once.
Oh, okay. While you guys are arguing over this, you start hearing a bird chirping. Just like Philippe heard before. Only this time you can actually see things. And you look over and you can see on the balcony there's a little, like, songbird, basically, perched on the edge of the balcony. It's making
I'll
the chirps.
acknowledge it.
Be knowledge nature.
Oh. Oh, I can do this.
While they're looking at the bird and arguing about how to get out of here, I'm gonna look for a way out of here from inside the tower. Are there any like doors or anything?
So this just looks like a common songbird, like some sort of swallow, but not something that's common in the plane of shadow.
Oh, it doesn't belong here.
This seems strange.
It definitely does.
Pluto, are there any other ways out of here? Like, do I see any doors in this room we're in or anything like that?
Nope. Like I said, you know from what you know about actual Kaer Maga that's by design, assuming this is mirroring the one in the material.
How are people supposed to get in there, though?
By flying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or by using magic. Like, that's actually by design in Kaer Maga as well.
Okay.
Somewhere you'll have secret meetings.
Is there a way
Well,
to
while
tell
they're
that-
arguing, I'm going to take my extract of fly and fly down.
Okay, you go past the bird, then?
Yeah. While
is
they're
there
all
a way
gawking
to-
at the bird, I just fly on down. I say, come
Okay.
on, guys,
tell
let's
that
go.
If the bird's a familiar or not?
I'm not sure if there's a way you can tell that or not.
Does it have a collar?
I don't think there's a way you can tell.
I
Well,
still
there's a
have
few
no
ways you can
clue.
tell, but I don't know if you have the way, I don't know if you have the means of doing that, I guess. Like, there is a few ways you can do it. For one thing, familiars are intelligent and can speak with their masters.
Right.
So, if you had a way to communicate with it, maybe you could find out that way.
I do have comprehend languages.
No.
Is it saying anything in its chirping?
Not that you can tell.
Not that I can tell. It's not saying anything in bird.
Not anything in a language, like an actual language. Perhaps if you had speak with animals.
Oh, perhaps if I had speak with animals. Is that a conjuration spell? I
I
don't think it is.
do not have way to speak with bird.
I am not sure. Speak with animals, probably transmutation or divination or something.
I bet it's divination.
Yeah, it's divination.
Oh wait, do I? No.
Okay, so Philippe flies down the bottom of the tower. Everyone else is still at the top. There's a bird up there chirping.
I'm looking up and I'm like, come on, guys, what are you doing? Get down here.
I'll ask the bird, are you a friend? Not if yes.
The bird kind of, like, you're not really sure if it's nodding. It seems like it bobs its head a little bit.
I want to sense its motive.
You're not really sure if that was a nod or just being a bird.
I want to sense its motive too.
You can think what you want to think.
I can think what I want to think, okay.
I think it's just a bird. And I'm probably looking at it like, oh, pretty bird. Like, not even realizing that
okay,
it should
now that
be.
Philippe's flown down, I can now get us all down. I'll dimension Doris to the bottom.
Hooray!
No.
Including
that'll do it, too.
Sally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You guys just gather up, dimension door, and you guys are all at the bottom of the tower now with all your well-earned loot.
I'll wave to the bird before we go.
Good.
Yeah, you can't see the bird from the bottom of the tower because it's too far away at this point.
Yeah. I say to Amber, tallest tower. Real bird not supposed to be here. Maybe Link.
Yep. Maybe.
So what now?
Tiki's not sure
I wanna
what she's
see-
trying to articulate. I mean, she kind of thinks she knows, but she can't.
I want to see. I want to wait a couple of minutes to see if the bird comes to the bottom.
You do that then, and the bird, sure enough, comes kind of spiraling down. And lands lands kind of nearby, like on a little outcropping from on the edge of the tower, and kind of like, like kind of nods his head sideways towards you. Chirps a little bit.
I say, you lead, we follow.
Okay. It actually takes flight then and starts flying.
Oh,
Okay, let's
Um,
follow this bird.
Following a bird.
make sure it knows we can't fly.
Yeah, it'll fly a little bit ahead, but it circles around anytime it gets too far ahead,
Okay.
and it's leading you out towards the like kind of if you were in real Kaer Maga, he'd be leading you right now towards kind of towards the Tar Heel Promenade.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna quick mount Sally. I don't know if that worked or not, but I'm on Sally now.
I think it takes you a little bit longer. You're not able to quick mount, but it's okay. The bird waits up for you, and nobody else is mounted anyway, so.
Nope, I'm just gonna follow.
Okay.
Philippe feels a little uncomfortable walking through the shadow plane with all this money and stuff we just got from the Dragon Horde.
What, are you afraid of shadow muggers?
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
on the
or
lookout
something
for
like that.
shadow mugger.
Shadow muggers, just like this bird, are not native to the plane of shadow, but they are known to somehow get in.
I'll tell Philippe that.
Be on the lookout for shadow muggers. Alright, yeah.
I'm looking carefully.
Sally always has a better perception than TC.
It's probably a good idea to be on the lookout for shadow muggers, though, or at least or any other dangers. Probably more likely to be other dangers than shadow muggers, but
Shadow hags.
yeah, shadows, just regular old shadows, are pretty dangerous too, and you can run into
Wait, do I
those.
have a shadow?
There's
Everybody
no
has a
light.
shadow.
Okay.
How could there be shadow if there's no light? He said it's
There's
like a
some
black
light.
light. Black light doesn't leave
It's
shadows.
like blacklight. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, no, you don't. I guess you wouldn't really have much of like your own, like, not a well-defined shadow, but I mean, there's still like kind of the vague sense of a sun being in the sky, and there's still a vague sense of like shadows under buildings and things like that.
Ah.
Whenever we are fighting a shadow, I'm gonna be like, you may be a shadow, but you're not a well-defined shadow. The ultimate insult in Shadow World.
Yeah.
Did we give the whatchamacallit, the scimitar to somebody?
I think
Yeah.
Kael has
Kael?
a scimitar.
Gale has
Yeah.
it.
I don't
Yeah.
know who has
Okay,
the trident
good.
though. Yeah, that scimitar might be useful if you run into shadows. It's got ghost.
I think the
Very
trident
useful.
just
Nobody
is
took
probably in the
trident.
bag of holding.
Somebody picks that up. And just
Does anyone?
have it in
I don't
their
want it.
inventory.
It's garbage.
Take what?
It's garbage. It's a magic weapon.
You want me to
Totally
take
garbage.
Yeah,
the,
but I already have a magic weapon.
Trident? I don't have a bag of holding, but I can carry it, I guess. I can't use it.
Okay, what's the trident? I'll put it in my
Makes
bag
sense
of
that the
holding.
frog with the nets has the trident. Clearly the aquatic superior here.
It's a normal material trident of
I think it's just a +2 trident, right?
No, it's a trident
It's
that
plus
has
one.
ability damage. It
Plus
does
one.
it can do lightning damage or it can
Oh,
do
+1 frost or
cold
shock
damage.
weapon. Okay.
Yeah, it's only a +1, but it can do frost or shock damage.
But not both at the same time.
Not both at the same time. It does one or the other
Aw.
depending on which mode you want it in.
You know, seriously, like my war priest Amarcia's sister, the one that I was building, that would have been like perfect for.
Well, Matt was telling me that
It has a name too,
Grim
right?
Grim's it's a named item, yeah. But yeah, I guess he had his second darkness character was like a priest of or a cleric of Galsray had that. Just pretty thematic too. I think
What's
it's
its name?
yeah, Stormstrike.
Okay. Buy for free, now in inventory. Okay. You are in the bag of holding. I got it.
Okay, so eventually the bird leads you outside, like leads you basically to the edge of Kaer Maga and through like basically like a little door in the wall, kind of like an opening basically. This isn't. You realize this opening, you don't remember it being there in like normal Kaer Maga, but there are some differences as you're finding out between normal and Shadow Kaer Maga. But yeah,
Like
there's
there
basically
being
kind of like a
dragon
little
here?
yeah, like that. And there's basically it's like an open gateway kind of thing, like a archway basically, but big enough for two people to fit through side by side. Like not very big, but it kind of goes out through there, and it leads out in kind of like this open plains basically. The area out there though, it's a little more hilly than the what's out directly outside of material Kaer Maga.
Okay.
So just go carefully.
And yep, it continues on over kind of along these hills. It's and assuming you guys keep following it, you'll end up following it for several hours.
All right.
Okay, we're following this bird.
Oh my god, I think this is kind of a little bit too far. I tell Amber after like an hour, like, are you sure this is a good idea?
Yeah, this is a good question to pose. What's the party's feelings on following this thing now for over an hour?
Like, once it gets past like 40 minutes, people are starting to like look at each other, and now at an hour, I'm like, Amber, is this really a good idea? In an unfamiliar territory, following the only living creature we've seen.
And the landscape's starting to get a little bit more dense vegetation, kind of, or like what seems to be sort of be vegetation. It doesn't look like any vegetation you've... Like, some of it kind of does. Like, it looks kind of vaguely familiar, but a lot of them, like you see some of the trees, like some of the trees that you see are like, they're kind of spread out, are like way bigger than any tree you've ever seen.
I mean, the worst that can happen is it's luring us into a trap. And the best that can happen is it's luring us to somebody who's friendly who wants to find us. And somewhere in between is we're completely misunderstanding this thing. You know what? Just in case, I'm going to detect magic on the bird. The bird magical?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you don't detect any magic auras on it right now.
Okay, and I know it's not an illusion.
You do know it's not an illusion, though. That does confirm that, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not something shape-changed into a bird.
Well, magic...
You don't necessarily know that, because if
Yeah.
it was polymorph, like a baleful polymorph, for example, it's an instantaneous spell, so you wouldn't actually detect that
And like
unless it had just been recently
doppelgangers,
cast.
it's not magic, it's just an ability.
Yeah, if it's
Right.
some sort of supernatural shapeshifter as well.
Yeah.
That's true.
It doesn't rule out quite as much as you might think.
At least by spell,
It's
it's
not a
changed.
wizard that has used a transmutation spell to turn themselves into a bird.
Probably not. Again, unless they used Baleful Polymorph on themselves for some reason.
Yeah, that's pretty much how you guys caught that silver mage in the Stoneforge. Runeforge, yeah.
Wait, he used Baleful Polymorph on himself?
No,
No.
you guys
He
detected
actually-
magic on him and knew that he had a
Oh,
spell
yeah,
on
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
He did use
Me
Baleful
with my,
Polymorph on
like,
Amara and turned you into a
charisma
cat,
or something.
Yeah.
but it didn't really matter that much because you passed the will save, so you were just a cat with magic abilities. You even could still cast your spells because you had fucking wild spells or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had Wild Speech and Wild Spell.
Yeah, so he was like, I don't care, I'm just a cat now. I do this all the time, this is like my hobby.
I'm just a cat meow.
You
Okay,
know, wait. There's something I kind of wanted to do. I was like clocking out and stuff, but I want to make sure I understand what's going on. So last I knew we were like following that bird. I wanted to cast Guiding Star first before we followed the bird, if that's okay.
Sure, what does it do?
It
That gives you, like-
marks the destination of where we are at, the tower. So the tower, I'm going to mark it basically as my well-known location, and I always know how
Sure.
to get back to it. And for the purpose of teleportation, I can't teleport, but
No, that's...
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea, because that's your insurance. That maybe will help Philippe be less nervous, because you can be like, I know how to get back to where we were. Like, no matter where this stupid bird leads us, we can get back.
Yeah, this is part of
Okay.
anyways.
Yeah. Okay, no, I like that. That's good.
Okay. And then,
anything-
yeah. Where are we? You said we were like getting led somewhere. Amber's.
You guys are getting led. You're getting led. You're now like basically 40 minutes away from Shadow
Oh.
Kaer Maga. You probably won't even be able to see it because it's going through kind of a hilly environment, and
No,
like
it
so the
wouldn't work for Baleful Polymorph.
How did we get out of Karamaga? Like, did we like does Shadow Karamaga have the same tunnel ways that the other Karamaga does that you have to go through?
No, that's what I'm saying. It went through an opening, like a little gateway that you know, or an archway that you know doesn't exist in normal Kaer Maga, because you guys it was in the Tar Heel
Wow.
Promenade, and a place that
It
you
was a
guys had.
It's different. Yeah.
Oh, Baleful Primar is permanent, not instantaneous. I feel like there's one that was instantaneous, but maybe it wasn't that one then.
That's why you can dispel magic, Baleful Polymorph.
Okay, and then we're being led into a hilly region.
Yeah.
Yep, a
lots
hilly
of
region,
trees and stuff.
and it's starting to get like thicker vegetation. Or like there's starting to be more trees and more bushes and such like that as you're going through. Granted, this is Shadow Plane stuff, so they have like
Right.
they don't look like normal. Like I said, and some of the trees are really unnaturally big, bigger than any tree you've ever seen.
And their shadows are extra spooky. They look like
Yeah.
the Snow White trees.
Ooh.
I ain't afraid of nothing. I killed the dragon.
Great.
Onward. We're to adventure.
For Frodo.
But unless anybody super objects, I'm gonna keep following this bird because there's probably something interesting at the end.
I mean, I
Oh,
like
I'm
the
not gonna say I
bird.
super object, but I'm like kinda not really on board with following a random bird with no knowledge of where we're going.
But
Seems
we,
like a bad
we
idea.
know how to get back, though. Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if we get into trouble we can't get out of.
I mean, we gotta be here for a reason, right? So, you know, we can't just be like, oh, something's strange and run away.
No, that's fine. If you guys want to keep following, we'll follow it.
Where's the
Just,
investigator?
it doesn't make
in
logical sense. Right, there's
Don't
nothing.
worry,
It's
Philippe.
just a
I'll
bird.
protect you.
you?
It's not a mystery.
Not a
And maybe the mystery is how it came to become here, but I don't think we can figure that out. That's okay though. We can keep going. Hopefully, I hope you guys prove me wrong, and it's, you know, something comes of this.
Well, something will come of it. I feel
Ooh, we're in a
Something
spooky
will come of it.
place.
it.
Yep. So you guys are getting through, and the woods have gotten. You're definitely in woods now, at this point.
It would have gotten woody.
Yes. As it were.
Oh my god. It is pay attention to my cat time. Excuse me, guys.
So you guys have been traveling for quite a while. Like this is after several hours now.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you stop for like a break or something to eat some rations.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. You guys probably stopping or.
Conjure some water up
Sure.
to
Yes.
I'm going to practice telling my tale of the brutal dragon fight.
Practice it. So you're gonna like repeat yourself. A
Yeah,
couple
'cause
times?
I
like, I've
mean,
heard this before.
I've got to... Right, yeah, because I've got to make sure it's good for when we go back to the real Kaer Maga and we go to the tavern. Because a story about slaying a dragon has to be impressive.
Like I think every once in a while, Tiki will say, "That's not true."
And this is where I teach Tiki about the colorful
Exaggeration.
embellishment.
She's like she don't understand. She's like, "Is not real story good enough?"
I say it's all about making what happened there in that moment seem even more incredible in this moment.
But isn't that lying? I'm sure Philippe overhears because he has a sane perception. He's like, Brugar, that's called lying.
It's called storytelling.
So storytelling.
And I leave it alone at that.
All truth.
It doesn't have to be exactly as it happened. And a lot of the times with stories, if I just tell you what happened, you don't get the feeling of it. Storytelling is about inspiring emotions. A dragon-slaying tale should inspire awe and a little bit of fear.
I think I have a way to tell if this bird is a familiar or not.
Kill it and see if
Okay.
someone gets mad at us.
Ugh, it's itching Amber. She
No.
must know.
She
Yeah.
must know. So I'm
Well,
gonna
you know
try
what they
to cast
say about
Grease on the bird,
about curiosity.
and I'm going to intentionally fail my caster level check.
Okay.
Well, intentionally. Oh, I mean, okay.
You cast grease on it, and it's
Oh,
now covered in
shit.
grease.
But
Uh-oh.
Shadow Conjuration has spell resistance, even if Grease doesn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and now has
It's
grease
now
all
covered
over
in
it.
grease.
Did you just cover? And our bird can't fly because it's covered in grease.
What
Oh
are
my
you
god.
doing, Amber?
No,
it still
its
I'm
feathers
gonna
are all
dismiss the
wet
grade.
and it's stuck together.
I guess it still gets a will save versus it, and then
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but
Come on,
Oh
save
my god.
Birdie.
yeah,
Stop
you put
torturing the
illusionary
poor
grease on
creature.
it, and then you dismiss it once you realize that it actually does affect it,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
and it flies away for a little bit, like really quickly, but and now you're right now for a time at least you don't have the bird. Nobody sees it or hears it for a little while.
Now look
So
what
you
you
just
did.
are on
You
your
made it
own.
run away.
Oh
Now you're
no.
just on your own in the middle of the forest.
I guess we go back then.
Amber.
This is how those
Amber,
movies
not
work.
The wisest. No.
What were you
Um,
thinking?
And everyone.
Well, you didn't want to follow it anyway.
I shrug. Whatever direction we're going, whatever.
I mean,
Let's see, you guys already gave me like a perception for us traveling, right? So.
Is there
I
a
think so.
trail?
Was
Like,
that
are we
13?
on a trail? Like, does it keep going?
I think
obviously?
so.
There's like sort of a vague like it's not something like it's like marked as a road, but there's kind of an area where it does seem like
It's like a dirt
other
path.
things have traveled through here. Yeah, it's like a dirt path kind of. Like there's a spot where there's like the vegetation isn't as thick that you guys have been following along with this bird, and like the trees, like there aren't branches and stuff. You don't have to like fight your way through branches or anything like that. Like it's actually is relatively open. Like other things have traveled through here. It's maybe like an animal trail. Like it's not very
Wait,
wide, but there is a trail, kind of sorts.
Dang, I could have gave that bird a +5 to its save. Yeah. So, like, the rules of, like, summon nature ally, like, I know that you can command the thing for the purpose of commands of, like, attack. But do you think I could summon birds and tell the birds to say we're sorry to the other birds? To the other
Not without
If
the
we
aid
can
of like
find it
magic
in
and a lot of other
like
stuff.
9 rounds.
Birds can chirp and that shit'll travel. Birds can hear from long distances. Each
Animals
other.
also cannot speak to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it's a familiar.
Yeah, it might be familiar.
Which
It
it
probably
might
isn't
not
though.
be.
I mean, it didn't have spell resistance in any case.
Yep.
Maybe
If
I
it's a
should summon
familiar,
bird and let it
it's
chirp
not a normal
anyway.
familiar.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we should just keep going this way, and maybe it come back.
Maybe.
I'll try to
Okay.
help out with survival checks to follow the trail.
I asked Amber, do you
But-
want me to just catch the bird?
Go ahead and place your guys where you'd be at as you guys are having this discussion. No
I'm over
reason.
here with Amber. I'm trying to figure out what she wants with the bird.
Okay.
This is all one day,
I
right?
was just trying to figure out what it
Yeah,
was.
this is the same day as this. Well, it's the day after you guys rested up at the top of the tower. So, if you have your spells back, other than the ones the two that you used, like Dimension Door and Fly, I guess, and then the guiding thing that Tiki did, I guess. So you guys have most of your spells back. If you would have healed some from resting if you had any damage from that, like 9 or whatever, I think. So Tiki is on her pony right now. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, unfortunately I can't resize my token and or put it on top of the other one.
I think I can send. There we go. I can put Sally to the back. And then I can make Tiki a little bit smaller, I guess. That might help too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, I got a good roll.
Yeah. This companion is the best thing that's happened to Tiki.
Okay, it looks like only Philippe is going to get to act in this surprise round.
Oh.
But he's going to get to act
That's
first.
above my ability.
Well, actually, everyone roll initiative as well. Everyone roll initiative as well, so... I gotta add
My dwarf
some stuff
senses
for
are
the
not sharp
layer.
enough.
Apparently not.
Ooh,
I'll be right back once I get more.
your reflexes are good though.
And before
Okay.
Noxious Cloud.
It's revenge! Noxious Cloud! No.
I
I'll
feel
never
like
do
that
that.
was the case with the dragon. I don't actually, but...
No. The dragon was... No.
Dragon was easy. It wasn't even tough.
Partially because I played it or slightly wrong, but that's okay.
Eh, happens.
Oh yeah, because Mantis was just being a OP cheater.
That was my
I
on
wasn't
me.
being an
but-
OP cheater if the GM said what I was doing worked.
Yeah, no, that was all me. But I think it was still a fun fight. I enjoyed how it turned out. So I gotta roll a couple more dice here still.
Oh no, so many dice.
No
it was
dice.
a trap.
Wait, why am I getting a -2 to my deck?
Alright, I'll be right back. We were feared. You might have still have that check marked.
Yeah, uncheck any feared if you have shaken on you.
I have 3 points of strength drain.
You would only have 2 points of strength drain at this
2
point
now?
then.
Drain or damage?
Oh, that says
Damage.
drain. I think it's only damage.
I meant damage.
That was from fighting the shadows, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the shadow got me once.
Okay, so Philippe is the only one that notices right away, but he sees a large dog-looking
Dragon.
creature. No, it looks like a dog, kind of. I don't know if you can see it up here, but it's kind of by this
Aw.
gigantic tree.
He's
And
so cute.
it kind of has like this crouched low stance, like it's about to charge at you. And it lets out a terrifying howl. So everybody needs to roll a will save.
Is this versus? I'll just roll.
This is a fear effect, I think.
Is this hitting all
Ooh.
of us?
Will save more like will definitely.
This is hitting
save.
everybody, yes.
Are any of you an animal?
Nope.
Sally's an animal.
Okay, that's mine. Sorry, I'm gonna start trying to get
Oh.
dinner ready.
Well,
And then Sally's. Oh
and
shit.
Sally's. Okay, it looks like everybody except for Ryza, Amber, and Philippe is going to be panicked.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
That's something you almost never hear. Philippe passing a will save.
Yeah, he rolled really well, though.
I could have added
everyone
an
else rolled
inspiration
pretty
die.
poorly.
Okay, so I'm panicked.
Yep, that is its surprise action. Philippe actually gets to go. Maybe was Philippe supposed to go for it? No, I just skipped.
Wait, oh, my initiative didn't go on. Sorry.
Oh, your initiative's not on there.
It's 12.04, but it didn't
Okay,
go.
so yeah, it still gets to go before you. Then let me add you to the turn tracker.
I already did it.
So, Amber did not get to act though in the surprise round because only
There's
Philippe
2 of me
noticed
now.
quick
Yep.
enough. Is there 2 of you now? I'll
There's
delete
2 of me
one
for us. Thanks.
I delete one of them. You also notice though that it's not just that one. There's this large one, but there's also several smaller ones. And let me get onto the GM layer and add these onto the token layer.
What's
Token.
the other condition that's considered panicked in Roll20?
It's the same
Fear.
as feared or shaken, except that you're gonna.
You drop
except it's
anything you
worse.
have in hand, and
And you run away.
I think technically
What?
you run in a random direction away from it.
It's up to the game master's
What is
call.
this?
Yeah.
I don't.
By the way, I did
Alright.
get full health, so there.
Anyway, Philippe, you get to act a surprise round, so what do you do in the surprise round?
I'm going to. Is taking out an extracted action?
I think you can take an extract all as and like take it out and drink it all as a standard action.
Okay. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take an extract of. Oh, I don't know. Let's take heroism.
Okay. And so, on a side note, you notice that these things have kind of like notice that there's like little tendrils of stuff coming up. It kind of looks like that's just how they because they look like they kind of blend into their environment. Basically, they look like they're blending into the shadows around them, which is everywhere because you're in the shadow plane.
Yep.
So,
Great.
in game turns, you're pretty sure that they have some sort of concealment. Anyway, that's your surprise round. So,
I'll be right back.
Yep.
on its turn now. Now it's done that, and the surprise round's over. It's going to take its action, and it is going to. Let's see, I think it's going to charge at Philippe.
No, that's a terrible idea.
So it charges at Philippe, and is going to attempt to bite you.
Okay.
Does a 28 hit you, Philippe?
Yeah, why is my AC so low?
Oof. You take 28 damage. And
Why is
it's
my-
going to attempt.
My dex mod to AC is 0 right now?
I don't know. Maybe you have a condition on you or something right now.
Anyway,
I'm guessing a 28 would hit
hits,
you
that's
anyway.
fine.
So
But
he's
I need
also
to
going to
figure out why
attempt
my AC is so garbage.
his bite. He bites in at you and tries to pull you to the ground.
Of course he does.
Yep. So
Trip.
does a 20 beat your CMD?
Well, it depends if this is working right or not.
It's probably because you're encumbered.
I'm just gonna go with
Well,
yes.
Your CMD is going to be your base attack bonus plus your strength plus your dex.
Wait, no, that's CMB. Wait.
CMD
Oh,
is
wait.
going to be your base attack bonus plus 10, actually, mind. And then plus your strength plus your dex. Like for the
Plus
modifiers.
deflection and dodge bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I fixed it. I figured out what it was.
So it should I have 4 dex, 1 strength, that's 5 plus BAB 6, that should be 21, so that doesn't hit.
Okay, I didn't think it hit.
I don't know
Plus you have,
I don't
like,
know why
other
my dex
bonuses.
bonus isn't adding.
I don't know what to tell
It's
you.
the
Your
gold.
sheet's probably configured incorrectly. The gold weight probably being configured in there.
The sheet automatically calculates the weight of all the gold.
Of
and
course
so
it
you're
does.
encumbered
So
on
it's
there.
putting
So
you.
I would just uncheck
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I just
Amber,
it
it's your
light
turn.
load and it just stays that way.
What are
Yeah.
these things?
Okay.
Knowledge planes.
That's better. Okay.
You know that these are shadow mastiffs. The one here that's directly in front of you looks way bigger and stronger than a normal shadow mastiff, but the ones in the back look like just normal run-of-the-mill shadow mastiffs. You do know that they tend to a lot of times be pack animals, so you figure they're probably like this is probably like their the leader of this pack, basically.
Aw,
Um,
not a bird to throw.
you
at
I
him.
know-
thought you meant pack animals like they carry goods around.
No, they're pack animals like wolves are. You know that they are tireless hunters and stealthy trackers, and they tend to stalk the dark corners of the outer planes. And you know that they, they tend to try to hunt things down. You know that they have their howls can cause fear. It's a mind-affecting fear effect. And
Okay.
you know that they have concealment as long as they have, as long as they are not in direct sunlight. They have concealment, and normal magical light is not going to break that concealment unless it's a daylight spell or something similar to that.
Okay. Well, I can't do that. I don't have Shadow Evocation yet. Shadow Evocation Daylight. Haha. But I'ma see how my buddies are looking. Since I know that Hal can be fearful.
We look pretty scared.
Yeah, everybody except for Philippe pretty much looks terrified.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell Philippe, we are running for now. Follow the rest of the team. And I'm gonna haste the party so we can run away faster.
Oh god.
Oh man, I need to expand the
This
map.
is not good.
It's all good. I can. We're just gonna be going onto a featureless map.
If we run in
This
random
was not a very hard
directions-
save. You guys just rolled very poorly,
We
which
rolled
I should have
off.
seen.
If we're
coming.
running in random
Yeah.
directions,
No, they're running away from it.
You're running away from
In
the, from
random
the cause of
direction.
it. And you're gonna run
in some random
directly.
direction away, right?
You're gonna run the easiest way to run, so it's gonna be
We're
down
gonna
this
run the
path.
easiest way possible, which is gonna
Okay,
be the path
okay.
we came on.
Yeah, because if you
Okay.
try to run any other direction,
Someone said
it's going
random
to be.
earlier.
Yeah, somebody did, but the thing is no. Even then, there's still logic behind it. You're going to run in the way that is most effective. Like no matter what, you're going to run in the way that for you that is most effective. And running into difficult terrain is not an effective way to get away from something.
Right.
So they're not. Nobody's going to do
If
that.
only we could just, fly in the air where they can't reach
Now
us.
maybe, yeah, or if somebody had tireless steps or something like that, maybe they would try doing it. I don't know, or like whatever it's called, that thing that lets you ignore difficult terrain, like the druid ability. Maybe somebody would run into the forest and we'd be really annoyed about it. But
Favorite
Nope.
terrain.
so you cast haste on the party and then you move. Okay.
Yeah, I'm running away, cause oops, that's too far.
Yep. I have the map expanded with it's a featureless void, but maybe I should draw like I could freehand it.
Hang on, I got it. I got
Yes.
No, I got it.
You got it. You
This
love
is my
doing this shit
favorite part
anyway.
of all the
of all
sessions.
Pathfinder, more than rolling dice.
But I mean, like,
More than rolling perception checks.
we're going to die if we. Do I know
Uh-oh.
if these things are intelligent?
You know that they are not very intelligent, but do you know that they can understand speech?
Okay,
seem
so
that
they're more
they-
than animal intelligent.
Yeah, they're a little bit more than animal intelligence, but not by much. They have an intelligence of 4, basically. Okay. Well, Amber moves after casting haste. Brugar, you are panicked for 1 round, so you. I don't know if you're holding your
run.
weapon, but you. If you
No,
weren't
I
holding your
haven't
weapon,
pulled
you're
anything.
fine. Okay, that's perfect. So you just run
just
away.
showed- Oh,
So
there's
go ahead
actually
and move
an expanded
yourself.
part of the map.
Yeah, I moved the map down, and Philippe's drawing it. So,
So
that's.
I just run at my
that was
full
ad hoc
speed,
done.
and
Yep.
I have haste on me,
You have haste on you, so it's going to be pretty far.
so my speed is
Well,
40
he is a
now, so
dwarf.
I can run 3 times that.
Yep.
So we'll move 120 down here. I think it's like down here somewhere. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. On this next turn, the one of the smaller ones is going to, he's going to charge as well. He's going to charge at Kael here. So Kael, he attacks you. Just a second. What is this bonus on here? I should have made this guy in Hero Lab too. He's just gonna, whatever. He's just gonna attack you. Does a 20 hit Kael's flat-footed AC?
Yes.
Okay. So he's gonna do some damage to you, and then he's gonna attempt to trip you as well. So he does 9 damage, and then his CMB check is not very good, but he's gonna try. 21 versus your CMD. I'm guessing that's not good enough.
No.
Okay, that's his turn. So he just runs up and tries to trip you. Kael, it is your turn. You are panicked for. You're gonna be panicked for 2 rounds.
All right. Does that mean oh, never mind. I'm not. I forget. Okay. Guess
Yeah, I don't think he
my
pulled out a
steps
weapon
Oh.
because you guys were just resting. Like unless you just walk around,
Oh,
we're walking
that's
around
right.
in the forest
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
weapon out all the time. Then, in that case, you drop it. But
You're right. All right. Am I required to take the full double move?
well, you can. Let's see. How do we look at panicked? I think you might be able to just do a withdraw action to not provoke.
That would be 40.
I think that's what you would do.
Yeah, it says here you're not stupid and you will avoid damage from other things. So.
Yep. So, and if you can't actually run, if you're cornered, you do a total defense. So
Actually
yeah,
run
you.
a little bit farther. Sorry, your haste.
Okay, so Kael runs away with a draw action. Sally and Tiki,
Wait, how many rounds did you say? I missed that part.
you're panicked for 2 rounds.
Okay.
I can't.
You didn't roll as well as
see
Brugar on that.
Jesus, I have to scroll in just to read the text.
It's a gigantic map now. But yeah, you're panicked as well. Tiki and Sally are both panicked. These guys rolled really poorly on the will save.
Oh, because of haste.
Sally runs off the edge of the map probably.
And close.
I have to expand it even further. Let me roll how long.
Oh god,
bad.
stop.
Actually, you got lucky. I rolled double ones for both you and Sally. You guys are both only gonna be panicked for 1 round.
And because I'm like on Sally and she's deadbolt running, I don't have to run too, right?
Yeah, you could just take a total defense, I guess, or whatever.
Okay.
Like you're just on Sally.
I'm on Sally.
And you know that's the easiest way to get away. So like the quickest way because Sally's a lot faster than you are.
Yeah.
I think Philippe would have
this-
gone before Tiki.
I would have.
Yeah, why is... Oh, the order's weird. Okay, you're right.
Oh,
Philippe
Sally
can go...
went first. Never mind.
That's why. But still, the order's still not... I don't think I resorted afterwards or something. That's what happened there.
It looks right now.
But yeah, Sally runs away. This thing gets to go now. This thing, I guess, is going to charge at Philippe as well. Can it? Yeah, it can charge at Philippe. So it's charging at Philippe.
That's just flipping great.
And it is going to try to attack you with a bite.
Bye, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Does a 23
Yep,
hit you
goodbye.
for flat-footed?
Yeah.
Actually, not flat-footed. You've accurate.
I'm not
so
flat-footed,
just
but
regular.
that's hit me.
Yeah, regular AC. Okay. It's gonna do some damage.
Philippe is not a tank character.
I thought you played him
You've been
like
acting like it.
Well, I don't have the mirror out.
one. So he does it 12 damage to you, and he's gonna attempt to try to trip you.
Impossible.
here-
Oops. I did 12
here
instead of
comes a
minus
trip.
12.
Oh nope, he fails. He
Yeah,
fails
he
to trip
failed.
you.
Good.
Philippe, it's your turn now.
I'm going to
Maybe
full
that trivia
withdraw.
you did.
Nah, I'd be fine. I'm Philippe and awesome.
Okay.
How far do I go?
You can move
You can
with a
go
full withdraw.
up
You can
to
move 120
120.
feet. Yeah.
With haste.
A pack of anything
in mind-
that trips is
Keep in
legal.
mind this withdrawal action is going to provoke on this could potentially provoke on the second attack. It just prevents you from being provoking on your first move. So keep that in mind.
You want
And you
go
have to
your
full withdraw in a
first, is
straight
what
line.
he's saying.
No, you don't have to full withdraw in a straight line.
Oh, okay. So I'll go here and then full withdraw.
It's probably
Or
a
like
good
I'll full
idea.
withdraw in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
and
might
then I'm
take up
one
like
square
a
short of
square
where
of
it was.
difficult terrain, but it's worth.
Alright. Tiki is riding Sally and running away still.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be this one's turn.
I'm like, come on, guys, we can take them. Stop running away.
This guy is
Really?
going
Is that
to
what you
double
do?
move at the heels of Kael, but he's not going to get to attack. And this guy, I think, is going to do the same thing.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're pretty fast. So this thing does the same thing. He moves up, nipping at the heels of Kael, but not actually getting to attack.
They're like dogs, I guess.
Round 2, so the large one, it's going to... It's going to move here, and it's going to attempt to nip at Kael.
Rough,
Well,
rough.
it's more than just a.
More than just a nip, yeah, it's true. 29, I'm guessing that hits. Okay.
The great thing is that even though I'm a dwarf, I don't have to outrun them. I just have to outrun everybody else.
What I'm learning from this is if I ever have a fear monster, to make sure I have a bigger map than I have.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, or just
That's,
have me draw it. This is
good
pretty good,
takeaway.
right?
So he's going to attempt to trip you. Wait, no, sorry, I'm rolling the wrong dice.
Don't worry,
Wait,
I
no,
I thought
first
my
damage.
map was pretty
First
good.
damage, I'm going to do the damage first. So, 23 damage.
Ow.
And now he's going to attempt to trip. 21, another low roll. I'm
Thank
guessing that
goodness
does
we
not
low
trip
roll.
you. So,
Poor
he does not
Pluto.
trip you. He just does a lot of damage. Amber, it's your turn.
Hmm.
You maybe get the sense that some of your party's starting to, the fear's starting to subside from them. They're starting to get their heads back.
It's all falling
They're
apart.
starting to get their heads back? Okay.
Not Kael, though. Kael still looks pretty panicked.
Kael looks pretty panicked. I guess that
But
makes
he has all of them on him, so I would be too.
Yeah. It's one of those cases where the mechanics are supporting what's actually happening.
These guys immune to mind affecting things?
Nope.
And I don't think they can fly or anything. You know what? I'm gonna put this guy in a pit.
Okay.
He's going into a spiked pit.
So he gets a reflex save, or is this Shadow Conjuration?
Or it's Shadow Conjuration. He gets a will save and then a reflex save.
Okay. His will save first, then? It's a DC.
Oh, that failed? 21.
Okay. So he falls into a spiked pit.
So this is 40 feet deep.
40 feet deep?
And
Okay.
it has spikes at the bottom, which do 2d6 damages. I think so. It's a total of 66, I believe. Oh, you rolled it.
Yep. I guess I should have asked if you wanted to roll it, but
And
Okay.
these guys are still kind of scary, so I'm gonna back up a little bit too. I'll back up, behind my buddy.
Would you hit it with Spike Pit?
He
Yeah,
trapped it in a
Conjuration,
shadow
Spike
conjured
Pit.
spiked pit. Yep.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why the
Got
DC
two.
was so high.
Yeah, got 2 saves and it still couldn't beat it.
Well, even if it passed its will save, it has, it's more,
chance.
it's more real here than anywhere else in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn.
Okay. Brugar, you're no longer panicked.
I'm not?
Nope. Panic wore off. It only lasted for 1
Oh.
round.
I didn't know that.
I
Either.
grumble, and then turn around, and I'm gonna move and pull out my my warhammer.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I can
You're
move
still
more.
hasted, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I moved twice as far.
Okay. Is that it?
And he shouts, good job funneling them. Good strategy, everybody.
All right.
That's my
This guy's turn. Let's see here. I think he can get up. Yeah, he's gonna go up and attack Kael.
Rip.
Actually, nah.
Ooh. Chance for critical.
Kael should be fine.
Looks
Holy
like it confirms.
Oh my god.
Double 20s. These things happen
Rip
sometimes. So
I think he'll be
he's.
I think he's dead.
It's a crit from this thing, so and not from the big one at least. So that's gonna be to your benefit.
Yeah, the big one's out of sight, out of mind. It's at the bottom of a pit. For 10 rounds.
So you take 26 damage from this thing, and it's gonna attempt to trip you.
Ugh.
And it fails to trip you. But Kael's looking really bad. He's almost dead.
Don't worry, he can run away.
It's your turn, though. You're still panicked, though, for 1 more round. You rolled a 2, unfortunately, instead of a 1 like everybody else rolled. So you have to take a run away, basically. You can do a withdraw action. Probably like at a diagonal here.
I have to put.
He'll be fine.
Withdraw like 80 feet, I think.
No.
Ryza's technically not panicked, though, so Ryza could actually still do something if you want.
She can grease them.
I don't think they can be.
Sally and Tiki are both no longer panicked. Do you want to delay Sally until Tiki so you can move, like, with her and then do something, or?
No. Sally's
Okay.
going to stop.
Okay.
And turn around and look at the others. And that's all she's gonna do.
Okay. Let's see. The Shadow Mastiff is going to. He can't charge because things are in his way. He's going to move up and he is going to do his own, slightly less scary, but well, maybe still scary. He's going to do
Crit.
he's going to do a howl as well, similar to what his leader did. So everybody gets to make
Oh
a
no.
will save again.
Oh god.
This is not quite as scary sounding as the other one.
Okay, Felipe has heroism now.
Yeah, the heroism helps.
I'll have you read that. If I want to before I roll, I can
And
spend an inspiration
Kale,
point as an immediate action to get a +6.
yep, Kale also needs to roll again.
I just don't do
Oh
it.
no.
What?
Sally's
What do I need to
facing
do?
her fears.
Another will save. Okay. It looks like this one does not actually do anything to any of you. You guys all rolled well enough this time. You're steeled by hearing the much scarier one from his dad or whatever. Anyway, that's his turn. And it's Philippe's turn now.
So I'm going to come up here next to Brugar. Oh God. Map's moving. Okay, I'm gonna come up here and then ready in action to swing at whatever gets in range.
Right behind him? Or you're gonna
Sure.
stand up like a little bit closer.
Well, that's 30 feet.
You can move more than 30 feet. You have
Can move
haste.
60.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I'll go here then. I'm standing with Brugar ready in action to swing at anything that comes in range.
Okay. Tiki?
Um, I think people are too far away. I'm going to cast Magic Circle against Evil.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pet Sally and say, "Are you okay?" And then that's it.
Okay. On this guy's turn, he is going to attempt to move up and attack Brugar, which I think is going to provoke from him, right?
No, I don't have.
Oh, you don't have a reach weapon out? Okay. So he's just going to move up into range, but that will trigger the ready to action that Philippe had ready, so
Yes. I will
he's
attack
actually
with
going to move right
my
here.
character sheet. Where we're at attack button. Can I say I studied it? Or
Nope.
can I do a swift action during an immediate or during a readied action?
No.
Nope. If you had an immediate action, you could, but not a swift action.
I don't know what I rolled. Yeah, just take the first one.
Yeah, the first one. That will hit and do some damage to it.
Okay.
So these guys don't have, what's it called?
Oh yeah, they have concealment. You're right.
Concealment.
Yep, actually got to roll a D100. Well, I can roll a D2, honestly. It's just 50% concealment. So go ahead and roll the concealment. He's in the shadow plane.
Wait, did not go? There we go. We
That's,
hit.
that's not a
D28.
D2 or a D100.
A D28.
It works!
It technically works. What's half of 28 and a 19?
14! 14!
No, it's 14. You rolled above it. You're fine. You hit. Alright.
Way to make things difficult, Sidoria.
Alright. So that guy gets hit. It sets your initiative
I like being different.
down technically to below Tiki's, but that probably doesn't matter too much. And then on this one's turn, oh, he still gets to attack though. He's going to attack Brugar. Does a 29 hit Brugar? I'm guessing it does.
A 29?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So he does 11 damage, and he's going to try to pull you down with a trip.
Okay.
I don't think this is going to work, but he's going to try it. 21 probably does not beat it. Probably doesn't even come close. And then this last guy is going to also try to attack you.
Oh
Ruff,
no, they're invading our ventrilo.
Ron has a
Yeah.
puppy now.
The
I know,
dog's
I
the
was
real
teasing.
MVP. He's helping set ambience. I don't need to use like roll 20 music effects or whatever. I can just have Ron's dog do it.
True.
Alright. Next round. This guy is in the pit. Is there like a climb DC to get out of this thing?
Yep, there's a climb DC. He'll take a D6 if he wants to climb.
A D6 of damage?
Yep,
Because there's spikes on the edge of the pit.
yep.
And the climb DC is what now?
20.
Like 30? 20, okay. He has a chance to get out of that then, maybe.
But just by attempting to climb, he
Yeah.
takes the damage.
Well, he starts climbing out of the pit. And he takes some damage.
He can double move climb.
Oh,
I'll take
he's
your
gonna
D6.
double move, so we'll take them both. He's gonna try to climb he's gonna continue trying to climb. Okay, so he's climbing up the edge of the pit. I think he doesn't have a climb speed, so it's just gonna be 1/4 his move speed, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think he gets out yet.
Okay.
So he's trying to climb out of the pit though. And now it's your turn.
Oh, I can't see him, but I can see these dogs. Sounds like they need some magic missile damage.
Okay.
This one was harmed. Let's send
Yeah.
all of the magic missile damage at this one.
Okay.
Activate my sorcerer's robes. So this is... "24 force damages."
Dang.
Okay. It looks like he hurt him pretty good.
Use the force.
And do you do anything else? Do you move?
No, I'll stay here. I like it here.
Brugard
I'll
is your
make sure
turn.
nothing's coming out of the... I'll perception to see if something's coming out of the forest.
I'm going to use my quick bull rush to swift action as part of my well, not swift action, but the first attack of my full round is going to be a bull rush on this thing right in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm going to use combat reflexes, or not, combat expertise during that.
Okay, that beats his CMD by a pretty
I'll
significant
push him back
amount.
as far as it can go, but I'm not going to follow.
Okay. So, let's see here.
I don't mean to be a
36.
stickler for rules, but he still has concealment.
Oh, he does still have concealment. Yep, roll over his concealment though.
Versus me and my dark vision?
Yep, he has concealment still. So he actually doesn't get pushed back.
Oh no.
Okay. Then I'm going to make a trip as my next attack.
Okay.
As my 5 day.
Yep, you do have haste, so
Yeah.
it's one as well, so keep that in mind. That one unfortunately does not trip him.
And then as my last attack, I'm going to make a just another trip at my full base attack bonus.
Okay. Go ahead and roll versus concealment. Actually, no, sorry, that's trip, so it doesn't fails to hit. He actually has a higher CMD versus trip than his normal CMD.
Okay, that's my turn.
On account of having 4 legs.
Oh no.
On this guy's turn, he is going to move up and attack Philippe.
Rude.
Do anything about him attacking you? Any immediate actions?
I don't think I can do anything.
Okay.
I don't have the mirror out.
Okay, he attempts to bite you then. Does a 24 hit you?
Yeah. That hit.
So 10 damage, and he's going to try to trip you.
Ow.
Fails to trip you.
Yep.
Kael, you are no longer panicked.
Okay.
You can do things again, although you're pretty badly hurt.
Alright, I'm going to cast... Not a lot that I really want to cast. Without... Well, I do have haste on me.
You do have haste on you.
So I'm going to move here. And... going to cast... Holy shit. Am I retarded? Oh, my tool wasn't selecting. I'm going to cast Fireball right here.
Fireball?
Yeah.
Fireball.
It should hit all of them.
Well, one's in a pit, so maybe not.
He might
He's in
have
an
like
imaginary
a
pit.
bonus to his save, but he's still probably within 20 feet.
Yeah, I think that's
And
correct.
he's climbing
Doesn't
up.
cover a bonus to his reflex save, but... Okay, yep. What's the save?
16.
16, okay. Guess like... So I'll do all the small derps first.
Dirt.
I'm looking at the wrong page. Yeah, all the derps. So first one passes, second one passes, third one fails, and the one up top, fourth one passes. So only one of them failed. But the rest take half damage.
Oh, it's 8d6. Mantis is right. So it is 26.
2 left.
Okay.
Well, he is only 9 levels Magus, right?
No, he has
Or
a
level
level in
9.
Oracle.
I have a level in the Oracle.
Oh, that's right. We're not level 10 in this game. Yeah.
It does look like it was fairly effective, even though most of them kind of dodged out of it. I do need to do... Oh god, layer to the top. To front. There we go. Get ahead of that, in front of that forest thing. I gotta do the one for the big one still, too. So he gets a bonus to his reflex save because he's behind cover. Okay, so he takes half damage. All right, pretty decent turn, but all of them are still standing. Sally's turn.
She's going to hastily move. Let's see. Normal move speed's 40. Haste is just 30, right?
Up to plus 30 to your movement speed, yeah.
Yeah, so she should be 70.
All of a sudden, Sally and Tiki are like right next to you.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Shadow Mastiff is going to. It's gonna go after. It's gonna go after Burgar.
Bring it on. I'm combat expertising now.
Ooh, does a 29 hit then?
That actually does hit. That is my AC right now.
All right.
Neat.
They have a 10% chance to hit me.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roll for him then. So DC does 11 damage, and he's gonna try to trip you as well.
Okay.
Does a 26 trip you?
Nope.
Okay, that's its turn then. Kiki.
I am going to cast a Cure Critical on Kael.
Okay. So Kael gets healed for 24. And it only took like a single move action for Sally to get to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Sally wanted to
Um,
hook somebody, she could.
Well, I think also if she moves more than a full round action when you're riding her, I don't think you would actually be able to also take a standard action after that too.
I'm
Without,
not
like
sure,
certain feats or
but
something.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I have to look at the riding rules more. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it.
I'm gonna break the game with it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think the big guy
No
might be able to
worries,
trip
Secret's
Brugar,
power
but I don't think
gaming
these
now.
other guys can.
Power gaming with a pony.
So Philippe, what do you
He's
do?
power gaming.
I'm going to. What do I have? I have heroism on. Yeah,
You have haste.
You have haste too. So
yeah. I think I'm just going to do some stuff. A 5-foot step over here,
Okay.
and I want to attack this orange-looking guy in front of me. I'll study
gonna
him
study
first.
him?
Swift action. Yeah. I'll full round attack, and any leftover attacks will go to the guy that's red. Because that's how confident I am.
Yeah, it's very, very confident of you.
I see a lot of red.
Go ahead and roll me some concealment rolls. 3 of them, in fact.
Two misses. Three misses.
Dang.
So all your attacks miss because of the blending they're doing with their environment.
God damn it.
Do they have total concealment or like just concealment?
50%
They have
concealment.
50%.
Yeah. Because they're blending into the shadows. They disappear. They actually disappear into it's a supernatural ability that disappear into the shadows. So unless you can get rid of the
Here in,
shadows somehow,
Philippe's world,
is-
he likes to teach you guys some math. So he
Like,
keeps
this
the
is
rolls
their-
interesting.
this is their natural environment. Like this, it makes them a little bit harder than they normally would even be. If you ran into these on material plane, they'd be much easier to deal with.
What'd you call it?
This is a shadow mystic.
Material?
What?
The real plane?
The material plane.
Oh, material. I just heard material. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, this thing's turn. It's, It's going to attempt to full round you, Philippe.
Rude.
So it has like this
I'm going to attempt
whip-like
to make
tail,
popcorn.
and it's gonna swipe at you with its whip-like tail.
Rude.
I'm guessing a 12 misses though, and then he's gonna try to bite
A
you.
12 does misses.
Does a 24 hit you?
A 24 does hit.
Yep, so he takes 7 damage, and he's gonna try to trip you.
Rude.
Whoops. Plus
A
100.
115 does
One.
trip.
24. Sorry, is the real number.
That does trip.
24 versus your CMD, so you are tripped,
Yep.
and it's gonna back up actually 5 foot step away after doing that. And you can tell that it's really badly injured. And let's see, this other one here sees that you're tripped. He's gonna 5 foot step over here. He's gonna attempt to attack Philippe. So your AC is gonna be
He's
4
down.
or lower. He senses weakness.
He senses weakness.
25, I'm pretty sure hits.
Yeah.
Deals 10 damage to you, and he's gonna try to tail slap you as well. And I think that misses even with you being prone.
Yep.
So, that's its turn. We're in a new round now. Round 4. This thing is going to attempt to try to keep climbing out of the pit.
Takes a d6.
Okay. And then he's going to try to climb a little bit further out. And he does it. He climbs up. He's at the top of the pit now.
Oh my god, my d6 rolls.
And he takes some
He's at
damage.
the very
from doing
top of the
that.
pit. He needs to make a reflex save.
He's not out of the pit yet. He's like completely. He's right at the edge of it.
Oh, he's right at the edge
Clawing.
of the pit. Okay.
He's clawing up out of it still. So
So that's his turn.
that's why he's kind of listed as being, or listed for set right now, kind of a halfway right on the edge of it there. But yeah, that's his turn. He
Got
spent
it.
a full round, double move climbing out of there.
That guy's obnoxious. I believe my other friends can deal with these small ones, right? Or should I try and take those out first?
If you could find a way for them to be able to hit these guys, then they probably could.
I believe in them. I'm gonna send my magic missiles at this guy.
And the big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Okay.
No, it's not quite as good of a roll.
Yeah, he takes some damage. He's kind of rough, but looks like he's taking quite the beating climbing out of that pit. And it's Brugar's
Yeah, that's
turn now, unless you wanted to move.
Philippe
No,
is
I
threatening
like it
this
here.
this one, right? So we're flanking it.
Yes, you are flanking it.
Okay, then I'm going to try to trip it with my first attack.
Okay.
While still using combat expertise.
Does not succeed.
Okay, I'm going to use my second attack to try to trip it. And 5 down.
Okay, go ahead and roll versus concealment. That'll do it. You trip him. We're in
And then
experiencing
I'm gonna
trip
try
wars.
and I'm gonna try to trip this one next to me too, with my hasted
Okay.
attack.
You have a trip party over there.
Alright, go ahead and roll concealment. Alright, he's tripped too. Do you 5-foot step or anything else, or...?
I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. This guy sees Philippe. He is going to... He's going to attempt to do a power attack on you.
Oh no.
Since you're tripped. And he misses. That was really smart of him. He's going to do it a full round, though. So he's going to also try to trip you with a tail slap as well. Does 17 hit you while prone? It's minus 40 your AC.
No, I have 18.
Nice. So he misses both
Wait,
of
do
his
I
attacks
lose my
on you.
dex mod too?
Nope,
No.
you just get a minus 4, and that's it.
Okay, then yeah, I'm good.
You get a +4 versus ranged weapons.
I do know that
This is
one,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, this is also true. Kael, your turn. Does Kael have a daylight spell?
Wait, what do you mean daylight spell?
The
To counter
spell,
these guys'
daylight.
shadow blending. I don't think you do.
I have fireball.
It's sort of... Not really. It's still useful, I guess.
Well, you can blast like 3 of their heads. Or 4, I mean.
Okay, yeah, well,
Or do whatever you wanted. Your character, your turn.
what's the radius of the projectile, a fireball? 5 feet?
What are you talking about?
Radius, like I shoot fireball.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot
Not a-
radius, right?
No, I mean the projectile. Is there not a projectile?
No, it's
Doesn't really have a projectile.
It's kind of like
Just
think
not in
about
this
like a
trigger.
magical dot fizzling into the air, and then you're like, there, detonate, you know, and then it detonates. It's kind of like a firework, but you can't really see the firework.
Yeah, it materializes the fire from a point, basically.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why it's an evocation spell.
So it just happens wherever you place it.
Yeah, if it was they do have spells like that where you make fire and then throw it at people, but that's a
Alright,
different
I'll
that's a different
shoot
spell.
it to where it hits these guys, but it misses that one in the bottom.
Yep. Okay. So, let's see, these things, their reflex save is +7.
No, no.
Okay, one of them failed,
Oh,
so
save.
the one that failed dies. You killed one of them. That was one that was at low health, but so it's
You're
dead.
a puppy killer. How do you feel?
And this one is
Feels great.
Wait, that's
Feels
wrong
rough.
bot. And let's see, this guy takes half as well. And he's the one that's at red health now. And then the guy up here is going to make his reflex save as well. He no longer gets that cover bonus. But he makes it, so he's going to only take half damage. Okay. Do you do anything else? Move actions?
Yes. Ryza is going to fly up next to... Okay, Ryza is going to fly up next to me.
Sure, I'll make a pyramid of tokens. Seems fine.
Oh. That's not next to, or on me, I mean, but,
No big deal.
and she, spells, please, D20. Is that? So she is going to shoot an ear, or she's going to ear-piercing scream.
Okay, what is that? I need a fort save.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
Or is it a reflex? I have no idea. I don't remember how this ability works.
Thought it was Will.
It's fort.
Okay.
It's your
I was wrong.
ears hurting, not your brain.
Oh, he fails
Need
to
them.
save.
Take some sonic damage or something?
Yeah, he takes 2d6 of sonic damage, and he's dazed for 1 round.
Hooray! Yay, dazed.
Alright.
He cannot take actions.
Seems pretty good.
Which one was
Okay.
that on?
The one on the left here.
Oh, nice.
Prone. Okay. Sally?
Tiki's gonna say, "Whoa, Sally, slow down," and Sally's gonna delay her action until Tiki's turn.
Oh, okay.
No, ride, Sally, ride.
Ride like the wind.
She kind of was there for a moment.
This guy's dazed. Kiki, your turn now. So you and Sally, I guess, now are on the same initiative.
Yeah. For the most part, you can just take her off the turn thing now. When she wants to gain her independence again, we'll separate us. It looks like that's kind of sort of under control. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure Sirius, Kale.
Okay.
Keep in mind I'm prone next to 2 dogs.
Yeah, I get that. But it also looks better than it did earlier.
You're fine.
At less than half health. Okay.
Well, Kale was hurt too. Jeez. Heal yourself. Damn it.
Heal yourself, damn it.
And
You
then-
can, technically. You get extracts for healing.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, is
They
that
just
going
provoke
me or
to
Felipe?
use. That's going to
That's
you.
you.
I'm gonna tell Sally to move up here, but no closer.
So you have Sally ride you a little bit closer. And, it's Philippe's turn then.
Can I use an extract while prone?
You can, but it's
Yes,
still going to
you
provoke.
Can I... You can't 5-foot step, right?
No.
Not while prone. There's a way you can, like a rogue talent or something that lets you do it, but... But you can't do it.
If I stand up, is my AC -4? When they
For the
attack?
attack opportunity it is, yeah.
You cannot, however, be tripped when you're standing up from prone.
That's correct. Unless they have something like a ready to action to hit you right after you stand up to try to trip you, they can do something like that, but attack opportunity is not gonna... They can't do it on that. I think we played that wrong in an encounter a long time ago, but since figured out how it actually supposed to work.
I'm looking at what I'm casting here. I'm casting something.
Okay.
I'm going to take a invisibility thing, extract.
Okay, it's gonna... They're
Okay.
gonna try to get an attack opportunity on you from doing that,
Wait,
though.
does that provokes?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's drinking from a bottle.
So, first one tries to bite you,
Alright,
misses. The other one tries to bite you, but he's prone, so... He also misses, I think.
Why did
Right.
that miss?
No, I know that hits because you're prone.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you're gonna take some damage. All right, you take 12 damage, and then you go invisible.
And then I stand up.
Okay, and that doesn't provoke.
And
You're
5
invisible.
footstep here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. This guy's dead. I'm just gonna remove him from the tracker. This guy is prone,
Yeah, all he can do is attack me.
and he doesn't have his other target next to him to attack him. He is going to. He's going to attempt to stand up, so that's going to provoke from
Then
you.
I'm going to smack him with my hammer.
Okay.
Here comes an attack. Oh, we're not flanking anymore.
Theoretically, it could provoke for me too if I wanted to break my invisibility.
Yes, that's true.
Right?
But do
Yep.
But I'm not
If you
going to do
want-
that.
Okay. You hit, but concealment. Go ahead and roll a concealment. Okay, you hit, and you do some damage to him. So he is now in orange status. He is going to attempt to attack you.
Okay.
And he misses. And he's actually going to 5-foot step towards. Probably should have done this the other way around, but it rolled a 1 anyway. But he's going to 5-foot
the
step
horse?
as well towards the horse, and also to get into a
Oh,
flank.
yeah.
Now we're in a new round. So this guy is going to come up the rest of the way up the, or attempt to come up the rest of the way on the pit. And he doesn't get up the pit all the way because but he doesn't lose his positioning on it. He does take some damage though still. And he's gonna try one more time.
You can try again. Oh my god.
And
no.
I think you have to fail by 10 to fall, right?
Yeah.
So he's just stuck in the same square. He just takes damage. Like he can see out
Dog
of the
is
pit,
losing its grip.
but he can't get out. He's stuck. He's stuck in the pit. He's like clawing at the edge of the cliff, and he's like doing that thing where he's not able to get any grip on it. He's just clawing at the ground.
He's probably noisy too.
It's making
He's probably
terrible
Yeah,
mad.
shadow
he's
noises.
growling and snarling as he's
I hate
trying
to be
do
the
that.
target of that thing when it gets free.
But he's getting
Don't worry,
cut
I'm
up by these
probably the target
spikes.
of its enmity if it knows what's going on. It might not know what's going on. But I'm gonna try and kill it with some magic missiles.
Okay.
So this is my third time doing this. So my sorcerer's robes are donezo
Oh, for the
for
day.
the day. 23 force damages.
Okay. It looks pretty badly injured now.
Maybe it'll run away if it gets out. Well, we'll stay here. We're doing fine.
Maybe I'll
Brugard
die to the
turn.
pit.
It might.
It's my turn?
Yep.
I'm gonna try and this one next to me, it's still prone.
It's still prone.
Huh. What did it do?
It was dazed.
Oh right. Okay, I'm gonna just try and smack it and finish it off.
Okay.
Still using combat expertise.
I
That's
mean,
a
it's
chance
still
to hit.
dazed.
Go ahead and... Oh, nope. Concealment.
I'm gonna try and get in with my 5 down.
Okay.
No, it's a miss.
That one's a miss. Even with it being prone.
Well then, I'm going to just 5-foot step over here then.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and trip this one right here with my haste attack.
You can 5-foot step in between a full round attack.
Yeah.
You sure can. I did it with my... You
I've
can do it with
never done
Magus
that.
too. You can do Magus
Um,
things. You can...
If I'm
Spell
flanking
combat.
with the horse and tiki, that's a 25. Does that make the difference?
You are flanking, yes.
Are they
It does
threatening?
not. It does not make the difference. It's still gonna miss or fail.
Okay, that's my turn.
The pony does threaten.
Yes.
It's combat trained? Okay.
Absolutely.
It's an animal companion, of course it is.
Well, I mean, Tiki's an animal companion and she's not threatening.
I'm not an
All right,
animal
this thing's
companion.
turn. It's going to try.
You're a frog in the party. You're an animal companion.
As are you by that
This thing's going to attempt to bite at.
I'm not an animal.
You're a
At
mammal.
Brugar. Let me get rid of this.
Wait a minute.
Trip thing off you. It's going to attempt to bite at Brugar. And it's also going to attempt to tail slap at Brugar. It's going to fish for a 20.
How
Nope,
many?
nope.
This guy needs to take 6 more damage. I had my modifiers wrong.
Okay. It's
a plus
still
9
standing,
instead
though.
of a plus 6.
How convenient.
Alright, and this thing is going to, after missing Brugar, it's going to 5-foot step back from him.
You know that scene from Avatar where
Tails
the
turn.
chick's swinging her bow around, hitting the dogs, attacking the dude? I feel like that's Brugar, but with a warhammer.
Alright, so is that big one, is he out of the pit?
At the edge.
He's already at the edge of the pit. He's spent the last turn trying to get that last, like, 5 feet out of it. He's just clawing at it and not able to get up.
Okay. I'm gonna move. For all my scimitars, I move. Before I do that, I'm going to spell strike combat shocking grasp. Just move up to this one.
Okay. You get a flanking bonus.
And I
Wait, does
raise-
he?
Yeah.
Even though I'm invisible, how can I be threatening him if he doesn't even know I'm there?
Because you could choose to stab.
Because you could still choose to stab him, yeah. It's weird, but
He doesn't
that's
know he's
technically how it
getting the
works.
bonus. The game.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he is.
Yeah. Concealment roll, though. Go ahead and
If I
roll
was a
that
GM, I
concealment
don't
roll.
think I would allow that. I think I'd
I
change
roll a
that rule.
D2 when I can roll a
Why?
D20,000.
You'd screw over rogues everywhere.
Yeah, oh, you can't flank because he has greater invisibility. That
Yeah,
would
he's
really suck.
always invisible, so therefore nobody can flank with this guy.
No, you can't flank. Like, when you rogue has great invisibility on himself, I guess you wouldn't have to worry about it because you still have concealment roll. Like, you'd be concealed versus them. But yeah, like an ally
Unless
is
they
concealed.
have true seeing,
Right,
and then your ally can't flank for you.
Yeah, like it would be silly. So yeah, you hit him. Go ahead and roll the damage.
So it would be D6 plus 10 plus 8.
It's dead, okay.
Sounds about
And
right. And you're doing
Cold
a
Iron Ghost
intensified shocking grasp, right?
Yeah, I have magical lineage.
Oh.
Takes up a level 1 slot.
And you have something that makes it so that you can cast it as a standard action instead of a full round action that's spontaneous.
Yeah,
Like a certain amount of times per day or whatever. So,
yeah.
okay, that is enough to kill it. Just kill it outright. I don't know
Seems
why I leave these
pretty
off, I don't need 'em.
sketchy.
It's pretty dead. Okay. And okay, on this guy's turn, he's gonna stand up, and he's actually gonna move away. He's just gonna run. He's gonna run like 50 feet this way.
Where are you going?
So he runs over
Magic
here.
missiles say no.
Yeah.
Tiki's turn.
Well, one of these is probably getting.
Well, Sally was totally gonna like murder that thing, but now it's down. She's not gonna haste attack.
There's still another one there.
Well, I would have to go there. I ready in action, and I say, Philippe, I can't see you, I can't heal you, and I'll ready in action to where if I see Philippe and he's in my touch, I will deliver the touch. And Sally will ready in action that if anything approaches, she will hoof it.
Okay, Philippe's your turn.
Okay, so I hear Tiki yell out like, "Philippe, where are you? I can't see." And I'm like, "I'm here, Tiki," and I like show up over here. Like
Okay.
that got pretty sketchy pretty fast.
And then that'll trigger the ready to action, so you can go ahead and do that. Philippe heals for 24.
And Tiki hooks
Oh, thank you.
because you showed. No, I'm kidding.
An enemy showed up.
He showed up. Sally's like,
Hey,
"Hey!"
showed up. Run away.
I'll
This-
use a cure moderate.
On
Why
yourself?
not? Yeah.
Okay.
Did I set this up right? I think I did.
Looks correct.
You have to do some mental math to get that 17, but yeah.
I don't know how to make it go into one number.
Alright, on this thing's turn, it's going to attempt to get out of the pit again.
Okie dokie.
Fails to get out of the
Nope.
pit. And fails to get out of the pit. It's just falling at the ground.
It's probably like
And,
oh my
and
God.
slippery now. It's getting worse and worse.
And it dies to the pit.
This illusionary shadow pit that belongs here. I don't know how that works.
And
but-
its angry sounding snarls maybe
Wait.
don't even sound so angry anymore. Maybe it sounds panicked now. But it's, yeah, trying to get out of the pit.
Oh, we were
and
panicked.
failing.
Now the tides have turned.
The tides have turned. Amber, it's your turn.
So I believe the targets of magic missile have to be within 15 feet of 30 feet of each other.
Right, and you have to call where
Yeah, they
each
have to be
one
pre-declared
goes.
too.
Yeah.
Pre-declared. I'm going to send 2 at this guy and 3 at this guy.
It's 2 at the one in the back,
And the
3
two
at the one in
first.
front. Okay. So
Guy in the back takes 8.
guy in the back takes 8. Okay. He's still standing.
Guy in the pit takes 13.
Guy in the pit falls lifelessly back into the pit.
Good for riddance.
Hooray!
Don't worry, I sold that one, guys.
You basically did. He
1v1
took some fireball damage. He took some fireball damage, but yeah. Brugar, your turn. You got one that's 5 feet away from you, and the other one's running away. This guy looks like he might
all I
turn
can
tail
do
and flee
is
too.
5 foot. I'm gonna try and kill him or try and bash him.
Okay.
So full round attack.
All right. All but the last one of those is gonna have a chance to hit, but you gotta roll concealment. No dice on that one. Second one's gonna hit though,
That's the bigger damage one.
and
It's all good.
That's
he
my
is
turn.
still. Yep, he is still up though,
Aw.
Oh no!
and he is going to do on his turn because he goes next. He's gonna do a full withdraw action,
No.
to move like really far away.
You can't like
See.
start a party and then leave early.
That's what they're doing. They're running.
Very
They're leaving this party. Cops are coming. They got to get out of here.
I don't need to
Part-
chase. Does anybody else want to chase?
This guy starts running away.
He's
Nah,
gonna chase-
whatever.
No.
How far does he get?
He gets like 100 feet away. I mean, that's how far. Where he's at. Where the token's at. If you scroll up further, that's where he's at.
I can
it's your
catch
turn.
him. Oh no, I can't actually. Well, no, I can't technically.
I can't even see him.
He's still on the map technically, but
No, but I mean, he's not in my line of sight.
He's forced.
oh yeah, you have the trees are in your way.
Run,
Thanks,
Forrest,
Zerdurium,
run.
for not making it exactly straight.
So I'm going to. Am I still hasted?
Yeah, haste
Yeah, you're
lasts
still
until
hasted for
round
4 more rounds.
9 or 10, I
Alright,
think.
So I'm gonna move up here and cast Bladed Dash,
Oh, okay.
and
I kind of know what that
Line it
spell
to-
does.
I guess I have to technically land in front of him because that's the nearest.
Where are you bladed dashing to?
No, I just have to end in an unoccupied square.
Yeah, and you can go like through a occupied square to deal damage to with a person in it or something, right?
Yeah, but I don't know that other guy is still here.
Okay. So I don't get what exactly is going on then. You're using bladed dash. How
I'm
does that work?
attacking.
It
I
just lets you do an attack?
Yeah, it lets me attack anyone that's along my path of movement.
Gotcha. Okay. So as you're going past this guy, you attack him. That is a chance to hit. Go ahead and roll versus concealment though. Okay, that'll hit.
Bam.
Forgot to rage.
Okay, he is disabled now. he's
Oh
not looking
no!
He gets a handicap parking spot now.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then what does your bladed dash continue to somewhere, or are you just stopping right next to him?
I'm just stopping there.
Oh, okay.
There's no disabled image on here.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Pretty sad.
best. I don't know what the best thing to use for disabled would be. Maybe a clock. His time is short. I don't know. He's going to attempt to do a move action. It's going to provoke from you because he can't do a standard action without bleeding out immediately. So he's just going to attempt to try to move away. So
Well, let's
but it's gonna
see if
provoke.
this
I got your disabled
attack-
icon.
Oh, I opened the wrong character sheet.
I just left the game.
Good job.
Maybe I'm the one that's disabled here.
maybe.
I hit
Right.
back instead of something else.
Scimitar, go.
Okay, that is a chance to hit, but you got to roll versus concealment. Okay, so he actually doesn't make it all that far. He gets like a short distance and then starts bleeding out. Tiki, your turn. I guess, do we want to continue, or are you guys going to chase down the last one?
I'm not.
I don't feel
I
like
cannot move that fast.
I think Kiki can catch it, because the pony's faster than it.
Yeah, I got haste too, but no. I mean, no.
So we'll just go out of combat then.
Hooray.
This thing can move if it moved 100 feet with its withdraw action, and
Oh,
it's
no,
now
I
that it
can't
doesn't
touch
have to
that.
do a withdraw action, it can do a run action instead and run like you know, 200 feet around.
It's a solo pup now for
Yeah, I can't
for all
catch
we
that.
know, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just so one of them got away. I mean, they are intelligent creatures. Maybe it'll come back and hold a grudge, but I mean, it's badly wounded too. I don't know if you guys. I mean, you can't see how many hit points it has. It has 2 hit points left right now. So yeah, it's not
If
gonna
I
bother you
had
for a while.
Death Watch, I
It's
would
afraid of
know.
us now.
Yeah, I'll just tell you it has 2 hit points. But yeah, it runs away, and the other ones die. Eventually, this pit wears off, and you can see that this thing is like twice the size of the other ones. And it's kind of impressive. Like like Amber would know from what she knows about Shadow Mastiffs that they don't get this big normally. But maybe, I mean, trees don't normally get as big, so maybe it's being affected by whatever's making the trees so big.
Maybe there's a Shadow Plane druid around here.
And as you guys are kind of looking around at these, at these dead Shadow Mastiffs, you notice that there's that bird is perched over a nearby tree. Again, he's just sitting there, kind of watching.
Oh
Hey, there's
my
your
God.
bird. Amber.
I
there's your-
apologize for before, but I secretly think that it was the Shadow Mastiffs that scared it away, not the grease.
It tilts its head and kind of chirps at you, but doesn't. Other than that, doesn't do anything.
Maybe we should continue following it, or maybe we shouldn't. Maybe it's an appropriate time to ask the star chart about stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Also, out of character, I think Pluto's trying to make us have a friendly bird so that we're not as scarred from the scary bird.
Are you sure?
It's all
I'm not
metagaming
sure
reasons.
If it's safe right here.
Well, we made it safer. These things are dead now.
Okay, but these things take time.
Do you want a web shelter? Or a tiny hut?
What?
Ruger's like,
Why
what are
would
you
you-
talking
why
about?
would you-
She shrugs. She's like, I don't know.
As long as it's not web.
Alright, I pull out my very strange star map.
Okay.
Hooray.
Not sure what you want to ask, Amber.
Is this bird we're dealing with, have ill intent for us?
So
Plus
don't forget.
3,000 XP. We're on our way to 10.
Tiki will ask the star chart, if this
And if it's
bird
related to
has ill attempt or ill intentions
Ill intent?
with us.
No, not really.
I will ask if it matters if I
Simply a bird.
follow this bird.
The map is unable to answer that.
Okay.
It's unclear.
Unclear.
Unclear if it will matter to Tiki. Since you're the one asking.
That's true. What was that second part, Mantis?
Is the bird related to Croatia?
Related? I mean, it's probably gonna say no unless she's a bird, but is there a better word you can use?
Not like a blood relative, but like
Maybe
Associated.
the word
Is the
Is the
connected
bird
associated.
associated with Croatia?
with
Do they have a
Croatia.
relationship?
Yes, the bird is associated with Krata.
Is that bad or good, Amber?
Oh, we'll find out. You can ask the star chart whatever you want. I'm gonna follow this bird.
I roll it up and put it away.
Like, nope, I didn't even want to know anything anyway.
I mean, I don't know. No questions right now.
Let's see, do I have all the tokens together here? Almost. Oh my god.
Man, this map is a masterpiece, Sir Durian. Absolute
I've-
masterpiece.
It's actually really good.
You've really outdone yourself.
You've really outdone yourself this time.
I know.
Let's paste new versions of the tokens and get rid of the old ones, I guess. Everyone's there, right?
Oh my god, we see mirror images of ourselves.
Yeah.
Roll to disbelieve.
I don't know, man. I was pretty proud of the map.
Nah, I think that's not an illusionary version of myself. I think it's real.
Oh my god, it's my doppelganger.
It's my doppelganger.
It's my twin sister.
Maybe it's me before I lost my memories.
Maybe.
You're a time traveler.
Maybe. Could be a time traveler. I mean, you never know. Amber doesn't remember,
Would
so
be
Amber
on my ass if I was though.
maybe Amber was a time traveler, and that's why maybe the Aeons erased your memories. I like to think these are the sort of things Amber thinks about. Anyway, the the swallow is going to keep leading you guys, though, if you guys follow it.
I'll follow the swallow.
Now that it's no longer spooked by the grease or the mastiffs, whichever it was.
I'll just keep following you guys.
Okay.
Doing my
And you
duty
continue.
to protect.
You continue following it for several hours, but after a while, you're starting to get worn out from walking that long. And you can tell that the light, what little light there is starting to kind of dim, like it's gonna probably be nighttime soon.
Better set up camp and hope the bird,
Okay.
waits for us, right?
Let's see. We have half-elf, human, dwarf, person who's blind, and another human.
Yeah, technically, Tiki can see better at night in the shadow, in the
Yeah,
shadow
I
realm
have
than you
dark
guys
vision.
can.
Just
And the shadow
60
plane.
feet. You know,
Yeah.
That's all.
So before we do watches, I'm gonna cast dark. That's not the right spell. I'm gonna cast dark vision on the 3 people who don't have dark vision, including myself.
Okay, that's probably a good
Cool.
idea. Give yourself a little bit better chance of catching anything that comes during the night.
Mm-hmm.
Like herpes?
Shadow herpes.
Yes, like
Shadow herpes. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I always worry about shadow herpes. Keeps me up at night.
Yeah, me too. You have to make a will save too.
I mean, I shouldn't
To
be as
believe
worried
if
about
the
it because I get
herpes are
2.
there.
Yeah, because it means you get 2 saves for it to fail. Like that's the downside to shadow herpes. That's why regular ones are more consistent, I guess. Anyway,
Or maybe shadow herpes is 100% real on the shadow plane.
no, it's only 10% more real.
Oh, only 10% more real? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was 20, but I guess those are the feats. Anyway, I'll set up camp and do the perceptions and stuff.
Okay. Tiki can now like start taking her own watches if you guys want her to, because Sally seems to be just good at this stuff.
Are you
Sometimes, I don't
comforted
know.
by the horse's presence?
Ah, shit. Tonight's different. Yeah. She is.
That's my awake watch.
Alright, I'll roll my perception. Or is my fantastic
That's my
perception?
sleep watch.
Yeah, and if you use like a light spell, for example, like light normally goes out 20 feet, but on the shadow plane it only goes out 10 feet. So yeah, dark vision is probably a good choice because the light spells are barely working for you.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Tiki says to Amber, if whole day go by, no more guiding star.
We should be able to find our way back.
Okay.
We have bags full of food. We won't starve anytime soon. Right?
Don't know.
Unless it's shadow food, it doesn't sate our hunger.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about or ask before night, basically?
I don't
Nah.
think so.
Nah.
Okay, so we go into
I'm gonna
night.
tell Brugar a story.
Sure. He'll listen.
What type of story do you tell Brugar?
I don't know. Probably not a very good one, but I'm trying to tell Brugar a story.
Well, now you're gonna get lectured on how to really tell a story.
That's fine.
I humor you and I tell you that, yeah, that was a fine story, lass, but he is very gruff about his mannerisms, so it might be easy to tell that he's only humoring you.
Amber's going to choose to fail her sense motive check. She wants to believe that Brugar thought she told a good story.
Oh, yeah, you can believe what you want to believe. But you know that in your heart of hearts.
Pluto, how much longer are we gonna go? Because I did not sleep enough last night.
We're gonna go a little bit longer. I want to get you guys to the next location, at least. So.
Okay, that's
we're
fine.
gonna-
I'm just curious.
So yeah, you guys get through the night. It's very unsettling. Unlike Shadow Caramaga, there actually are like quite a few sounds. But they're not. It's not like a constant like crickets or anything like that. It's just like every once in a while you hear distant noises. You hear like you maybe hear a few things that
Spooky, wooky
sound like
noises.
vaguely. Yeah, you hear some things that sound vaguely like the Shadow Mastiff, but much further away. It's kind of unnerving, but it doesn't cause you to panic. That's like the main thing you hear. Every once in a while, the bird kind of chirps a little bit too, but just maybe is a little annoying. Um, but other than that, you manage to get through the night without any interruptions.
Tiki doesn't find
And
the
it is
bird
the next
chirping
day.
annoying. She actually liked it.
She likes the bird chirping.
Yeah, it sounds like nature where she's from. This place, not nature.
This place is weird.
Yeah, Tiki
And
is
yeah, when I
going to cast Guiding Star anyways. For this location.
Okay.
now that we've been here for like a whole day, Brugard does kind of like say, "Huh, it's." At first, it was like kind of exciting with it all being dark and dangerous, but now it's just like depressing as he looks around at like the faded colors of this world. Let's make our time here brief.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Well, you're not the only one. It's all of us.
Well, we're here because I'm investigating my past.
Right.
So yeah, as you guys are getting ready, the bird starts to kind of flutter around a little bit because it senses you guys are ready to start moving again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's still here?
Yep.
Oh, then Brugar says audibly that is a peculiar bird.
It is a very peculiar bird.
It's associated
Kinda suspicious.
with somebody who knows about my past.
How do you know?
Because I believe Tiki, and Tiki told me.
I look at him quizzically.
How do you...
You know that star chart I look at? It told me.
Tiki's knowledge is strange and mysterious, but I believe it.
Well, I trust that you two are much more accomplished than fortune tellers, so I'll go with what you say for now.
So I'm assuming you
I
guys are
follow
following
the
bird.
rails.
Follow the rails. I wasn't sure you guys were
Rails
actually
good
going to follow
sometimes.
I wasn't sure you were going to follow the bird or not, but it would have been interesting to see if you guys would think of another way to find where you're trying to go and just, splatted the bird or ignored it or something.
Kudu might have tried to eat the bird.
Maybe. But those weren't birds. She's gonna keep saying that to
Oh no.
the.
Yeah.
So,
So the-
I'm gonna be perceptive, but I'm gonna keep following the rails.
Okay. She would have
What
said that to
rails?
Fingrin.
The metaphorical rail.
The metaphorical
Yeah.
rails.
Alright, yeah, I'll do perceptions as we take off for the day.
Okay.
Sure, I'll perception.
It is my choice in the sandbox world to follow the rails, but I'm still gonna follow them.
I'm also gonna cast Magic Circle against evil around Sally.
Lasts for a little over an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are going to end the session here real soon, but I am going to leave you guys with a
Okay.
scene, basically.
Okay.
To where we're going to be starting out next session. So you guys kind of start to come to a part where the forest is clearing up, and you can tell that you are starting to ascend. Basically, you're starting to go higher. The hills are becoming more.
Oh, I thought we were gonna
steep.
ascend and become gods.
You're going to ascend and become able to face the Mersat.
Yay!
That's what I was
And-
gonna say!
And that's next. We're gonna be fighting Mersat for the rest of this campaign now.
Oh,
They're just gonna come out of. They just came out of nowhere in this campaign.
I am not-
We never
Oh,
heard
that's
anything
better.
about them until halfway through the campaign, and then all of a sudden we're just we're dealing with Mersat now.
I mean,
They're
isn't
minions
that
of
what
Death
Yep,
happens
Wellstar.
that's really
anyways?
realistic.
It's very nostalgic, I know. But
Yeah.
you guys eventually
Ooh, okay.
find your way going up these cliffs. You kind of see what looks like a city, basically. There's a lot very tall buildings, basically, like and walls and stuff. And it looks like kind of what it looks like in the picture here. And you guys are approaching this basically as the forest thins out, and you kind of see this at the top of like a hill, it kind of on a mountainside basically. And there's more like cliffs and mountains kind of around it as well. And this is kind of stuck right inside, like between two mountains basically, and kind of built into the edges of them. And so far, you don't actually see any people yet, but maybe you will next session. But for now, the bird is leading you towards this city, or what appears to be some sort of city.
Does
Okay.
Philippe recognize this city?
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking him.
It doesn't look like any city he's heard of.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
It's a 39, so it's probably not a city I've seen before.
And
Okay.
yep, like I said, that's where we'll pick up next session. We'll be going into this city.
Shadow City.
Cool.
Sounds
Some
good.
sort of shadow
Alright,
city,
I'm gonna
yep.
go to bed.
Okay.
Thanks,
Don't worry,
Krita.
you guys are going to a city too.
I will be up for some Crusader Kings 2 tomorrow if you'll be around.
Well, if I was around, I'd be doing Pathfinder, but 'cause
Oh,
tomorrow's
that's right.
Friday,
It's
but
tomorrow.
I'm actually not going to be around
Yeah,
tomorrow, so
We're
I
gonna
might
miss
be
you.
there.
Okay.
I might be there for part of the session. Like I might show up around like 9 o'clock or something like that if you guys are still playing. But
Okay.
I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what time this dinner is going to be out. So, but I
Is
do have some
your,
good news though for Saturday.
yes.
My thing at work for Saturday, I have to be there it's like 7:20 or something like that, or I think it's 7:20. Anyway, my other thing's at 8 o'clock, so I should probably be out of there by 10. I might be like a little bit late, but I should be there like by like 10:30. I'd imagine I should be back home by 10:30.
Like 30 minutes
Competition
late
this
or so.
weekend or next?
So I might be like 30 minutes late for the Saturday game, yeah, but I should be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then I
And
guess
we could just start the game 30 minutes late. Is that what you're getting at or not?
I mean, I might even be there on time. I'm just saying. I don't imagine it'd be later than like.
I
don't
was
imagine
gonna
it'd be back home
ask
way later than
if
10:30.
Deirdre minds squeezing. If you don't want to
I mean,
squeeze,
Deirdre.
then we.
In
You know,
what sense?
That's it. Just squeeze.
What do you mean squeeze?
I think Deirdre's
Like
probably
into
more
a tight
okay with.
area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you ride on the pony with me. You're used to being in, with tight,
That's
small spaces.
not the same thing. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, the other thing too is that Deirdre's like small for a human. So I mean, even though by mechanics I'd be squeezing, but she'd probably be more
Mechanics,
comfortable
you'll
than
still
like.
be squeezing,
Yeah, but I'd probably be more comfortable doing it than like
Okay.
someone who's like 7 feet tall.
Okay,
So,
then-
I don't know. I'd imagine
I'm
Deirdre'd
good
be fine
squeezing.
doing it.
I was just trying to find out whether or not Deirdre's gonna hold them back, but it doesn't sound like it. So yeah, we'll be fine.
7 feet tall is still medium.
Yeah, of course.